Hey guys, thanks for coming back to Cobra TV. This is a really long video. I took a vote over Twitter if I should upload it all in one setting or split it up, and most people voted to just upload it. I really love this community. I like to focus on the community. I love to, even though it's a YouTube channel, I like to include people in the YouTube channel, give you a voice, let you plug your YouTube channels, things like that. And that's why I love doing the Subcast. It's making friends. So if you like, you can put headphones on, or, you don't have to listen to it. It's long, not podcasters. These are just fans, just like me. I'm just a fan. But for those of you that do watch it, I hope you enjoy. It was a really unorthodox Subcast. It kind of, it hasn't been this crazy on a Subcast since I had Joseph Stalin on the Subcast, which went really weird. But I had fun. There's nothing wrong with the Subcast, although it does get a little weird at times. But the guy's funny. The guy who I had co-hosting, him and his son, they're both funny. And it was a great time. I will link his video down below. I ran into something. Somebody on Facebook pointed this out. As I did some searching, it doesn't seem like hardly anybody knows about this. But it's too much of a conflict of interest to be put here on Cobra TV, even if I do it on Indie TV on this channel. So for the time being, this something I'm going to be talking about on the other channel full time. It's going to be hard, but full time. Within the next 3 days or so, I'm going to be uploading the very first video of this game. So if you're interested, the link for that second channel is down below. After the release of No Man's Sky, you can expect gameplay here on this channel, plus the coverage of this new game that I'm going to be covering. But for the time being, I'm going to be talking about it over there. Please enjoy the Subcast, guys. It's so much fun to be able to talk to you guys outside of the comment box section and onto Skype. The audio quality does get bad. I'm going to have to see if I can use something other than Skype, because Skype's audio can get really horrible sometimes. I mean, horrible. But anyways, thank you guys for coming back. Thank you guys for coming back to another live broadcast of Cobra TV, and I'm so happy to see you guys here. Always like to keep the group small. I like the small group. I like majority of people who want to get on the show, being able to make it on the show. So I really love it that you guys keep the group small. So has anybody seen the really cool video of a father and son watching and reacting to No Man's Sky's trailer? I shared it out on Twitter, and it was an awesome video of these two guys sitting there talking pretty, they were pretty educated on everything about No Man's Sky. And it was just a really cool video to see a father and a son sitting there talking about the game, how excited they were. They had a lot of enthusiasm. But if everything goes right, I'm going to have them come on and kind of co-host with me. They're trying to get me added to Skype here. And yes, Seakite, if you can hear me, I'm going to add you to the call here in a bit. Definitely want to get you on. All right, here is the guy. All right, so we're going to have him come on. This is, I think, the father, not the son, but they both may be coming on. So let's go ahead and add.
Look at me, like I know how to work Skype.
Okay, no worries. I'm in the call now too.
Awesome, guys! Thank you so much for coming on Cobra TV, man. It's so amazing to finally get to talk to you guys. I truly loved your video. It was so natural. You know what I mean? It was just pure fun, and I enjoyed it.
Man, we just kind of make our own fun wherever we go. It shows on camera.
Oh yeah, I watched a couple videos where you guys were watching Power Rangers. That was pretty interesting.
Oh man, don't get him started on Power Rangers.
Yeah, don't get me started on the Power Rangers, man. That's a whole nother podcast for a whole nother day.
Right.
Hey kid, I'm stupid, and as much as I know how to work Skype, I can't send him the link for this video, so I'm gonna send it to you, and then you send it to him, because you're smarter than I am. I have no problem admitting that.
He's the technological one in the house. If something if we got some computer trouble, I just go to him. I'm like, hey dad, can you take care of it for me?
Yeah, I can realign your warp drive, no problem. I got you.
Thanks, man.
Hi, Chris is a nerd from the chat. How you doing, buddy? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna leave you guys on as co-host, and we're just gonna take some callers of No Man's Sky fans and just chat it up and see, where the show takes us. All right.
Okay, that sounds cool.
All right, let's go.
Go ahead.
We're on a journey.
I want to get your link in the chat first.
So, do you have something you would prefer us to call you? Should we just call you Cobra?
Yeah, I'm Cobra.
All right, cool. What's up, Cobra?
I was
Cobra
raised
Commander.
with Cobras, so...
All right, like Cobra Commander?
No, I'm not evil anymore.
Okay.
I mean, that would have worked about 2 years ago.
All right.
If he's going to be Cobra Commander, can I be Serpentor?
No.
No?
He said
No. I'm sorry. You can on your own stream.
All right, okay. Well, I'm going to
Go
start
ahead.
one and I'll be Serpentor.
Go ahead.
So what should we be discussing? Should we just be taking questions from chat? Or are we going to let people call in? How is this going to work?
Yeah, just people are going to call in, and we're going to just chat with them, and they're going to be able to talk about whatever's on their mind, because the Subcast, what I like about the Subcast is it's showing appreciation for people that come out to my show. They subscribe, they watch, they like the videos. So what I like to do is give them a voice and let them get on a video on my channel, and if they want to shout out their YouTube channels, they can. It's just appreciation for the game, for them. So it's pretty cool.
That's really cool. I've been following No Man's Sky for like a couple years at this point, and I made the mistake of telling my dad. He got really excited for it. He's like, "Oh, when's it coming out?" I'm like, "You got a while."
No, like in a year. Like, I've been following it now maybe 18 months. And he's like, "Yeah, there's this new game." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, we'll go pick it up next week." And he's like, "Nah, dude, that's 2016.
Yeah, no, you.
So now I follow anything Sean Murray does. I follow Sean Murray on Twitter.
You follow the gospel of Sean Murray.
He's funny. He's a funny guy on Twitter.
Oh, he's a troll. He knows how to troll.
I love it. I loved his April Fool's post where he said that the microtransactions are up and running.
All right, so we're gonna add Caleb to the call first.
Caleb.
Hey, Caleb.
The K-Meister.
The Seameister.
Oh, sorry, the Seameister. Pardon me.
You there, buddy?
Caleb,
Yeah.
You
All right.
There he is. What's up, man? So what's your question, Caleb?
Caleb, thanks for calling in the Cobra TV.
You're caller number 7.
Oh,
One more
boy.
call and you would have won the $50. Damn.
Caleb, how you doing, buddy? What brings you on today? Caleb.
So I'm looking, right now I'm looking at the little thing you have over the stream. The thing right now, it says hunting, and do we know if there's like any way that you could gather food somehow from animals? Because that would be kind of, or do we even have a hunger bar?
I don't think so, because he said there was no benefit from killing the animals. There's no money, there's no points or anything like that. But what confuses me is about what you're looking at.
Well, hunting for me, I've decided personally that's probably what I'm gonna do while I'm on my way to the center, because he said things get a little crazier as you get closer to the center. So I want to find crazy alien things and kill them because I'm a violent guy. But I mean, when I hear for sport, I don't assume like I'm gonna hunt it and skin it and eat it slowly. I mean, I just feel like for sport it means just this is a purely recreational hunt.
See, I'm not one for hunting. I don't want to hunt. I want to get down there and name them. That's a faloop to do. It's important to me that I get to name my own creatures. So eventually, when anybody in the chat here lands on one of my planets, they go, "Oh, there's the faloop to loop."
How would you feel now someone's gonna post a YouTube video of them coming to your channel, coming to your planet and killing the Faloopadoo?
They are an endangered species. I would prefer you leave at least one male and one female so they can mate.
With as big as the game is, I think your Faloop-de-doop is going to be pretty safe. It's going to be safe.
Now, what I'd like to know, can I take my Faloop-de-doop off-world and put him on another planet?
No.
No?
Nope.
Oh.
Where would you put him? Your ship, it's like a one-person ship.
Okay, but I've got a cargo space I can mine, so where am I putting all my mining stuff? Right.
Okay, look. Let's say you got a bag full of rocks, all right?
Okay.
Just because you can carry around all the rocks doesn't mean you could carry around a giraffe,
Well, if it was a baby giraffe and they're Faloop-de-doops, thank you.
Sorry, my bad, dude.
Giraffes are earthbound.
Jeez. Clearly you've been following No Man's Sky longer than I have.
Absolutely.
You guys have stumped me for the first time on a live show. I have no idea what to say.
Sorry, Cobra.
It's all right.
So anyway, Caleb, To answer your question, I don't think there's any like hunger or food bar. So any hunting that would take place would probably just be purely because you found a really big thing and you want to fight it.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anything, but it was just a little bit like it says hunting, so I wasn't quite sure about what that was all about. So
yeah, me too. Yeah, that shocked me when I seen that because he said there was no benefit for killing animals. And then when they published that in PC Gamer, I'm like, that kind of goes against that.
What really interests me is that at one point Sean said, and he didn't like confirm that it was a thing, so don't be like, oh, it's confirmed on Cobra Stream. That's not a thing. He said that it's completely possible that there could be like Godzilla-sized creatures, just because like that's just how the procedural generation of the game works. So how does their health scale with their size? Like if I find like the giant worms we saw in the trailer on that one planet, like I would assume those take a long time to kill if I was going to want to kill them. Is that based purely on their size? You know, that's the kind of thing that really interests me.
I would imagine so.
I would think it would be more a critical strike. Like if you've got a giant Godzilla-like creature, an arrow to the knee's not gonna do it.
Yeah, right. Like I can't just like blast away at its tail.
You know, you want to aim for the neck or the eyes or something. But also, aren't the little sentry guys? If you start killing too many of them, they're gonna try to come and stop you.
I mean, it was in that one trailer with the PSN guy where he was just blasting things on Bellari 5, and they didn't really seem to care.
Well, they were scanning it, which
but like they didn't like aggro onto him. But I really did like how they like he deformed the world and they came over and they dynamically scanned everything he had done. Yeah, and then Mitchell in the chat, he says that Sean at one point, I remember this, he said that some creatures will be able to kill you in one hit. So it's like they're real boss fights.
Yeah.
Hey, that was nice how you incorporated the chat. I like that. You were like, hey, let's keep it going with the chat.
I had a good stream going for a while. I just gave up.
That was real nice. It's like you transitioned well into that. Hey, you know, I've got a question for the chat because as I was reading it, people were like, hey, I missed it. What's the Faloop to do? We're just talking about like names. We're going to name our creatures. So for everybody who's in chat, what are you going to name your creature when you get to your first planet?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'll steal your idea if it's good. I really will.
See, now you're just promoting them and I tell you.
And you will receive no credit.
I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of naming of animals and things like that. Maybe if I got downtime, I'll go through some of my discoveries and name them like after I get done playing. But other than that, naming planets is going to be something I'll probably do.
You know, see, that's the big part of it for me is I want to leave my mark on the universe. This is my planet. I'll probably be stealing a lot of Star Trek references as I name my planets. But for me, I want to name the creatures and the planets and give them that little backstory. You know, say, hey, the Faloop-de-Doop is an endangered species. He's got acid spit and will kill you in one hit. I'm lying completely. But also, you leave the Faloop-de-Doop alone because of that. That's important to me.
You're gonna be like one of those people like who like the first people to make a No Man's Sky wiki. You're gonna be one of those guys.
You know, I'm not gonna do it. I don't have the patience for wiki.
I probably will.
Somebody would like to do it. You know, that's fine. 20 years from now, long after I'm not playing the game anymore, I want people to land on Viridian 3 and be like, oh yeah, Patrick discovered Viridian 3. And the Faloop-de-Doops. Exactly.
Personally, I'm pure exploration. Like, some people are like, you know how getting to the center of the galaxy, universe, that's not really like a big thing. You know, see, here's what gets me is that in all like the promo art for the game, you see the Atlas, but then we don't know where I'm completely convinced that the Atlas is at the center of the universe. Like, mark my words right now, that's what's at the center of the universe. I could be wrong. Who knows?
I think you're right, but I also think that there's something else too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's something going on.
Right, yeah.
I have no interest in getting to the center of the universe right away. I'll probably spend the first 6 hours on one planet.
Same.
Yeah, just like you can just sit there and watch the animals do their thing. Just sort of. That's one of the nice things is that you can.
I really like that day-night cycle video that they posted. The IGN got a lot of flack for that because people were like, "Oh, it's not more like exploration gameplay." It's like Sean doesn't seem to want to show you that much of the game, and also it's the first time you really saw how a day-night cycle works on the planet. I really liked that video.
Yeah,
I
I
get
did
the
too.
impression
Yeah.
from Sean that he doesn't want to show anything. He's
Yeah.
No,
really
you're
getting
right.
sick of showing things. Like, just let people find out for themselves.
Right.
I think that's an issue that we have with all video games and even movies. It's like, tell us everything, and then you get there and there's no surprise. There's nothing there for you to discover on your own.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really going to enjoy this, because there's how many, a quintillion billion? There's a big number.
18 quintillion.
18 quintillion. I can't even fathom how many that is. So there's going to be plenty for everybody to find, and there should be no room for, oh well, I can't believe that it. No, there's plenty of space for everybody to find something.
Exactly. So, Caleb, you got anything else, buddy?
Yeah, he was about to give us his banking information, right, Caleb?
Yeah, social security number, all the works. You want my credit card?
Yeah, you know,
Well, if
I'm
you
a
would say
prince from Arabia, and I want to send you 20 billion pounds.
Yeah. Just in gold, just a few shipments, small shipments.
This took a turn. We really went from No Man's Sky to Siberian.
Yeah, it's just, are we?
If you could kindly give me your money. No, okay. All right, let's move on. We'll stay on topic. I tend to babble.
Tend to, only sometimes.
Hey, Caleb, you got anything else, buddy?
I think I'm pretty much done for now, actually.
Okay.
I didn't prepare. I was not very smart, you know.
No, it's fine, dude. You don't have to prepare.
We think you're cool, Caleb.
Yeah, exactly. We do.
We like you.
You got any shout outs you want to do, Caleb?
Shout outs to I don't know, my cousin, if he watches this, my cousin Steven. Salute.
Steve,
Awesome.
what up, Steve?
Salute, Steve.
The Steve Rama.
All right, bro. All right, man. You
Okay.
have a good night, dude. Take care.
Okay, see ya.
All right,
Hey,
bye.
Caleb.
I'm
All
a
right.
little offended
Oh.
that Caleb didn't shout me out.
Caleb was a cool guy. I thought we were friends. But,
We had this whole bond, and then he just left. Like, okay, Caleb, I see.
He's still thinking about you.
All right, we're gonna add Sea Kite to the
Sea
call.
kite.
See, kite.
Sea kite.
Hey.
A kite on the sea.
Okay.
Ring ring, sea kite.
I'm looking at the way it's spelled. Are we sure that's not like sea night, but he
No,
spelled it
no,
wrong?
it's kite.
What's that?
Hey, we'll ask. We'll know in a second.
Sea Kite. If you can hear me, buddy, I'm trying. There he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here.
What is going
Hey.
on, dude? How you doing?
Doing wonderful.
That's
I've had a
awesome.
really good day today.
Really?
So,
What
hey, so
happened?
pronounce your name for us, so I'm not doing it wrong the whole call. Is it sea kite?
Yes, you were the first
Yes.
person that said it right the first time, except for Cobra.
That's
Sea
right.
kite.
I was gonna
So I
say,
was the
bud.
second.
We
Yeah.
talked and we were messaging a while ago, and I asked you about your incredible busy schedule job thing, and you said it was all classified information. So I heard in your last subcast that you got a new job. So are you able to mention the fact that you were a secret agent the entire time, or that's classified?
I can still be tracked from my previous job to my
We're
current.
gonna need one of like a Skype neuralizer for
Yeah,
this entire
we
conversation.
don't want. Yeah, we can't. All right, so it's still classified information. But how are your new hours and everything?
Oh, it's
Like,
great. I'm barely putting in the hours, and I'm getting paid more, so it's all good.
That's
More,
fantastic.
more
It's
YouTube
nice.
stuff.
Man, that's the
Oh.
American dream, isn't it? The most amount of money for
Yes.
the least amount of work.
That's how
Like,
the system works. Like seriously, any job, whatever you work, the less you get paid more, somehow.
I'd like to apply to be Kim Kardashian.
Oh man,
Dude.
here we go.
I think you can pull it
Banking.
off.
You'll be banking. So
I'd just like to get paid to do nothing.
with this information, which I didn't know, and I was already planning on what I wanted to talk about. But now that you have like a lot of available open space, the guild, the group that you joined, I mean our group. Now that multiplayer has been kind of pooped on, you could say, I'm still hoping, like, because I realized that with like I feel like not having, and it wouldn't even be that hard, but not having the multiplayer, is like, do you not feel like it being a big miss with No Man's Sky? Like, I mean, we're still gonna play it, but
I used to be big on the multiplayer thing back in the past, but once you learn about the game and you learn the true meaning, and that it's a sense of exploration, it's an adventure to the center, it goes away. But he said he's going to return to multiplayer later, so there's hope for people that want it. And I think when people think multiplayer, everyone's like, oh, there's plenty of games like Call of Duty out there. No one wants death matches. No one's ever even said that. Everybody just wants to be able to explore with a friend. So basically, instead of saying multiplayer, maybe we should start using the word co-op later down the line.
I think that any sort of multiplayer or co-op would not be in the spirit of the game. It's the idea. It's a universe. There are more planets and galaxies that I can count.
Right.
The chances of me bumping into anybody for multiplayer is minimal at best.
Yes.
Honestly, if I had a ship and I happen to bump into KJ while we're out there, that's a big deal, and we're gonna stick together. But also, I hope he doesn't kill me.
Yeah, like what? How are we gonna communicate to another person that?
Well,
first of all,
I've spent, like, you don't know how long. Like, I've spent a lot of this. I've taken everything that, like, Sean Murray has said, and I'm like, okay, all right, I got your game rules. So it's like Journey. Okay, I can do this. This is really gonna be complicated, but I can manage it. And so, I mean, with the new bombshell about the sleeping and everything and the time, the whole thing about the Galactic Patrol Federation, the group that Cobra originally joined, he's still part of it, but he's been busy, of course, but he joined because of the multiplayer thing that I wanted to do and make that hub world. So one of the things, like, because you said the groups are more like explorer clubs and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I've done my best to evolve that group, and I'm trying to think of ways that we can all still do things together. Like, I'm going to be setting up, after the game comes out a few days before, I want to do like a Galactic Patrol Federation podcast, which won't always feature the same members, but like just have like a group before or whatever, and just talk about our experiences with the game and before. And since you're part of that group, whenever you're not busy or whatever, you could also join the podcast and whatever.
So what you're trying to do is you're trying to start the Federation, is what you're saying.
Yo,
heck
CK,
yeah, man.
if you wanna plug your group, I'll totally join it.
It's on explorenms.com. It's called the Galactic Patrol Federation. It is the #1 group on the site with the high. I wouldn't say #1 if it didn't have like the most members. So I'm not just like.
Oh no, actually, when you say it's #1, I believe you that it's #1.
Well, yeah, no, but I seriously have a Galactic Patrol GPF, Galactic Patrol Federation. I have a lot of wonderful members on there and some artists that have helped me out. And the whole experience with Explore NMS that I've had has been like educational. It's taught me a few things. I've had my struggles and all that kind of stuff, but in the end, I've learned like the best way to interact with people, and I've learned a lot from the site. But I have a lot of plans that are going to branch out. Like No Man's Sky is going to be friggin'. I don't think I'm ever going to put down that game. But I want to also, take the Galactic Patrol Federation and really find ways to get members together, do Planet Side 2. We have a member who's got his own group that's going to intermingle. So, Cobra, ever you're not busy.
Yeah. But I'm glad you brought up the topic about multiplayer, because that's another thing that a lot of people are excessively thinking about. And I'm going to state it right now, although, the game mechanic to accidentally run into somebody is actually within the game, although it is rare. You know how rare, it's more rare to accidentally run into somebody than it is to purposely run into somebody. Okay?
Exactly.
So I think, while it may still be possible to still meet up with your friend, it's hard, but games are not meant to be easy. And if you do that, that is one heck of a journey. And even, I do want to state this, even if you do find that same solar system your friends and you have been heading to, and you meet at that space station, and he says, hey, I'm docked inside, come on in. And then you go inside the space station and you dock. And then let's say that you don't even see them Let's say that it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So
Yeah.
you then, both of you, go up whatever ladder or staircase there may be, and I'm sure there's going to be a window, and both of you look out that window at the same time at a planet outside that window, and know for a fact that both of you are standing in the same place at the same time. And that is one heck of an achievement.
Yeah.
That's the first person to do that will be amazing. Like there's gonna be a lot of interesting firsts in No Man's Sky, and I really like that about a game because that's not something that's been able to happen in a while. Like you could be the first guy. It's like, oh, I was the first one to go like beat this boss, but it's like, yeah, but other people are gonna be there in like 2 hours. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we
Doesn't
speak
really-
hypothetically for a second?
Sure.
Hypothetical situations. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I live in
I'm
But hold on,
talking
I
more
do want to say something really fast. Anybody
Okay.
out there that's listening, if you're buying it to meet with your friend, that's a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
buy
don't.
the game for that reason. Buy the game because of the sense of exploration and adventure to the center and freedom. You know,
Exactly.
buy it for that reason. Don't think about. You could do it. You could try it, and I will watch you to death. I will watch those videos like crazy, and eat my popcorn. But don't buy it for that reason.
I'm gonna actually talk a little bit after I get done with what I was originally gonna say. I'm gonna talk about the goals of our group, because I don't think I've ever actually gotten to tell you exactly what our group is all about. But it's not just about the multiplayer. I mean, we are basically the good guys, the heroes, the space police, and everything. But getting back to the hypothetical situation, say that Sean Murray has been pulling our leg the entire time, and we can actually see each other, like Journey, like how that is. Like you can't see any name or icon. But the thing about it is, I thought about it on a real world term. We don't have player icons over each other in real life, yet we can always find our friends, and that's mostly because of the surreal experience and being able to hear and but we all have a certain level of rules. Like if we're ever going out hiking together or something, we stay close to each other.
Yeah.
You know, we never really want to leave each other's sight. And things like cities and states, those are kind of like landmarks. So if I did this hub space thing, which I'm hard-headed at this point, you can't talk me out of it. I'm still gonna try it and probably get a migraine because of it, if not like 10 of them. But if I can find an area that's visually recognizable to the point where I call this, hey, this is a state, and then everybody's like, okay, I understand this point. You know, it doesn't matter where we go in the universe at that point if we're always able to find that same point. And so that would be the multiplayer thing that I would try to build. You know, a place that's recognizable, that everyone, we're all spread out, but if we all know the same location, and hypothetically, if we can see each other, and we follow the rules of staying close to each other and understanding that we could easily get lost, it would be kind of like a evolutionary step, I should say, in mankind. But going on
I have
to
a
the goals
suggestion.
and I will listen to that.
Lovely. Okay, so your whole thing, you want to be like the good guys, and it's like this is your you want to find a hub space location where you can say, all right, this is where my group is, and we're like the Galactic Police, you know?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
looking to be the Federation. He's trying to
Here's
get the United
a
Federation of
suggestion I
planets
have.
going.
And I don't know, again, we're talking completely hypothetically, I don't know if this is how the game will work or anything, but as you get closer to the center of the galaxy, I mean, people are going to be converging there. So wouldn't it make more sense to have your hub be as close to the center as possible if you're looking to increase the chance that you'll find other people?
Yes, that's exactly what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning on doing some really crazy Apple. Forgot. Crazy Apple thing.
Are we PG? I didn't know that.
We
Okay,
we have entered PG zone.
Yeah,
Like,
there's children that watch this show.
There. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
need
glad
to work
you
on
said it
that.
now before I got
Yeah.
into it. Okay.
Yeah, man. Don't be getting into it.
It's okay. It's all right.
You know what? Send me a link to that. I'd be really interested, but also at the same time, it's not going to be the kind of thing that's going to happen over
Right.
there. It's going to be forever.
Oh no. Trust
Yeah,
me.
Before you finally
everybody
get there.
has to keep in mind that don't think about No Man's Sky as a multiplayer, but I do
Yeah.
want people to play the game like Sean Murray said. Play it how you want. He said, the core of the game is not to stay on a planet forever. He said, but somebody's going to do it. And he said, and that's the stream that I'm going to watch. He said that himself. So, and games, how many times do we buy games and you play them ways that they're not meant to be played? Like how many times I've never finished a GTA story except for Liberty City.
Oh my God, same.
It's like
I'm about
I
6%
played
into Grand Theft Auto.
it's so much fun just to goof off.
There's
you drive
another.
them to school.
This is a 3-layer process for me, and I've only touched the 2 layers. And understand, the GPF's main focus is not multiplayer. That's my main focus, and I accept that as my own. Like, my focus is to build this thing and try to see if I can see another player. That's my main focus. But the GPF focus as a whole is the war on the Sentinels, which I will get into that. But once I make that star map, that crazy star map, then it's time to use that star map as the map to get to the GPF hub space, which is not going to be one planet. In fact, it's going to be about 256 star cluster that I'm going to map out with a certain kind of... I'm not going to get into that. That's me, personal.
Yeah.
And once it's done, I'd love for you guys to get there. But I want to talk about the GPF solo thing.
Hey,
like,
Drifting Pirate, message me on Skype. I'm sorry, Seakite.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
good. The Galactic Patrol Federation, the way that Sean has described the Sentinels, they're the malevolent force. At least that's what I'm still believing. Before there were NPCs, I thought that maybe the reason why there weren't NPCs were because the Sentinels came in and kind of took over. And so it was our job to cleanse the Sentinels. And we're still going to go, even though there's NPCs now, we're still going to go that route. And I believe that the Sentinels and the Space Police are 2 separate entities. And so, like, our group is mainly about evolving. So when the game comes out, that's really when we're going to know everything and what we're going to be doing. But if the Sentinels turn out to be good guys, then we can always go after pirates. But
So I've got a question about your Galactic Federation while we're here. Is there some sort of hierarchy involved? Like, are you the captain? Are you in charge of this?
Admiral C.
Thank God. Thank God for mentioning this. Thank God. Okay, I've had a lot of people work on... I've used military and Navy rankings. And I've gotten some artists in. We have our own badges and all this kind of stuff. And... Hold on. Okay. 2 Princes. The song was just playing on my phone. I don't know how that happened. Some 80s for you. Anyway, I think it was 80s. Yeah. Okay. So yes, am I still here? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. You're good.
Okay. All right. So there is, and you can see it on the ranking system. If one of you are on the site, you go to in the GPF space. I believe it's called like ranks or something. I don't know what it's called, but I spent a very long time crafting these, mixing the Navy with the Army, and we have some artists that came in. There's an image probably on like the later images where we all have our badges, and we all have these ranks. And the 2 highest ranks are Supreme General of the Galactic Patrol Federation, which I kind of got that from Supreme Snoke, not trying to say I'm a Sith or anything. That's not the idea. We are the good guys.
We were the good guys.
We are the good guys. It's just
Suddenly this sounds a lot like the Dominion.
And then we have the general. I did the general as in the second position. I'm like, well, what's better than a general? Because I had built it up strategic. Like, the general position, the second in command, is technically the 5-star general of the army. And so I'm like, oh crap, what do I do with myself? Where do I fit in? So I'm like, Supreme General.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now therein lies the question: how would promotions follow? Let's say I want to join your Galactic Federation here, and I'm out here and
I thought it was definite.
And I'm charting. But here's the thing. So I'm charting planets for you, right? And I've charted 11 planets, but KJ here has only charted like 6. But now he's a general, but I'm like an ensign.
I got my buddy Neo. Like, ranking up in this is a little bit difficult. We're going to be using the Galactic Patrol Federation for PlanetSide 2, like I said. We're going to be using it for No Man's Sky. We're going to be using it for a few other things. But how you rank up is basically helping me out in any way you can. Like, I'm not going to be very picky, but understand that I'm also going to be structuring this like the military. So if we start from the beginning, we have our private and we have our private first class, which are our E1 and E2. Then we have lance corporal and corporals. And I've structured it like the military, so you actually have squads. When you're a corporal, you get to basically have like 4 privates that you could be like, hey, I give you orders, you know. And then once you rank up and become sergeant, then like it's a long, trust me, it took me hours to do the whole thing, but you can end up.
Your dedication.
Thank you. You know, and so, dude, you could be. We have the basic groupings as squad is fire team. Corporals control fire teams, which are 4 people. Squads are 2 fire teams, and I don't freaking remember any of the rest because, oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
You know what?
But
I appreciate that every question I
up.
have asked you so far, you've had an answer for.
Yeah,
This is not something you just
for
jumped into. You've been discussing this with your friends for months now. You've got a solid plan in place. And I'm really interested to see how that works out for you. Because I hear your dedication, but I can also see how others 4 months into it is like, look, man, you've been giving me orders. I can't even find you.
Stars.
No, it's not even like that. Like, I've got people that ranked up because they did
you?
artwork for me. Like, I'm gonna do, and I'm not stepping on Cobra's toes when I announce that I'm gonna try to do my own website, but it's not gonna be something that's like another Explore NMS. No, it's not gonna be anything like that. We're still gonna be part of the Explore NMS. This website that I want to create is more of a companion app to No Man's Sky. So like we can give each other orders and all that kind of stuff, and like have a visual of like what we're doing, really feel like we're part of a, like, have any of you seen, like, I don't know, Tenchi, or like I don't know the best way to like space like police or whatever, but I really want to sell the 80s cheese of sci-fi, like not just like Terminator or Resident Evil, which Resident Evil was in the 90s, but like that really arcadey type of feel. I want to do a website that like features that kind of action sci-fi thing from early on, you know, the cheesy graphics.
That's all over my kind of thing. So you're talking like a you played, everyone, at least one person here knows about Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, right? You're talking like some Blood Dragon type aesthetic.
Yes, I would definitely say that.
I haven't played.
Google it.
I haven't even heard of it
Tron.
until just
Google
now.
it.
Tron is another inspiration for how I want to do this, but the reason why I'm so glad that you asked me about the rankings is because I was waiting for this moment, and it aligns perfectly because Cobra now has this new job. We don't have an admiral, because I saved the admiral, and there can be more admirals. There's not just one, but right now I want our first admiral to be Cobra Smith, if that is a real name, because I know he's a secret agent, so I don't know. But
dude, that is so honorable. It really is. But with everything that I've got going,
hold on. I don't expect you to do much for the group. I'm giving you this admiral thing out of like.
So hey, here, be an admiral, but don't do anything.
Pretty much, man. It's the American job.
There's no downside to this, really.
There's no downside. Like,
can I also be an admiral who does
no,
nothing?
No.
Hey man, no. If you show up and you're like, yo, I'm like the best in the West, but like, well, yeah, I mean, are we all American here? Are we in the West?
We're all in the West.
Best in the West. Like, if you show up and you're like, I'm the best in the West.
Don't profile me. I prefer to think of myself as racial fluid.
You're racial fluid, Dad?
If you're the best racial fluid in the West,
I'm the best snowflake in No Man's Sky. You're absolutely right.
Look, man, as long as I get to be Elsa, then you get to be Olaf, and there we go.
Oh man. Yo, wait, where do I fit in? Can I be that cool guy with the moose?
Well, you know what? I usually rock a pompadour, so I know all about the moose and the grease and all that kind of stuff.
Oh man.
But that's beside the point.
Hey, CK, I need to take another caller, dude.
Oh yeah, totally cool. But yeah, just I guess I'll talk to you.
I applaud your dedication, CK, man.
It's been nice having you, CK.
I'm sorry I took like 25 years to talk and come on.
We're gonna have
dude,
to
it
have
was
you
a
on the
pleasure.
show again,
I'm glad
buddy.
you came on.
All right, later.
All right, bye, bro.
Cool guy.
Oh man,
guy.
we didn't let him give. He didn't have any shout outs though, but he probably would have talked for
he
another half
did
an hour.
plenty of shout outs.
Hey, what did you do, CK? CK's my bro. I don't know.
Yeah, CK's been here for a very long time.
Yeah, he's cool beans. Hey man, I'm gonna join your Galactic Federation.
Yeah, I'm
also,
totally joining the Galactic Federation.
subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just
wow. Okay. Came out of nowhere.
I'll
really
join
rough.
if you subscribe to my channel.
Right. You leave me comments and I'll join your I'll mine for you, buddy. No problem.
Sit there in the chair and watch my damn Power Rangers.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't get me started, man. Have you seen the new suits for the movie? They look awesome.
All right, we're
Rita
gonna
can
add.
have nipples.
This guy's got an awesome name, Kirk. Captain
Kirk
Kirk.
Austin.
Oh, don't give
Welcome,
last
Kirk.
names out.
Hello.
Kirk, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing real good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing awesome, man. Thank you for coming on the show.
Oh man, I love coming on the show. I've been wanting to for the last few weeks. I saw some of your first videos on No Man's Sky probably 5 months ago, and I guess the hype has just been going on and on since then. So
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice to get on the show and talk about some of the things that have been on my mind.
Hey, is there any way you could possibly turn your mic up on Skype a little bit?
Let's see. I'm actually on an iPhone.
Oh.
So
Oh wow, technology, man, it's the future.
This is a
How
good
about-
Android commercial.
how about this? Is my modulation real low?
It's a little bit better. Yeah.
There you are,
Okay.
Mr. Austin. What do you got?
Well, as I've been watching all the videos and talking to the guys on the Explore No Man's Sky .com website, it seems like everybody's ignoring one thing, and it's kind of gotten on me is these Sentinels and the robots and all the mechanical stuff that has to be made somewhere. It can't just
right.
appear and disappear. It has to be. It's not organic. It is definitely not an organic. It's equipment.
Right,
The equipment
right.
has to be assembled. The equipment has to be made. If it's destroyed and more crap keeps coming at you as you keep getting level 1, level 2, level 3. We watched him blow open the door and come outside. He got blown away by 4-legged things with missile launchers and
Yeah. Well,
these are
what's really
mechanical.
cool is if you go back, Sean Murray said that the Sentinels were seeded throughout the universe by an ancient race of aliens, and that there's a reason why they're out of control. Now, then if you take a look at Matrix, and those robots, they've taken over, and they pretty much reproduce each other. They're reproducing their own kind. So it could be that way, and I think it's cool that how they said it's an ancient race of aliens that seeded them a long time ago, and the Korvax appear to be spirits rather than a race. If you look on the thing, it says entity shell, which kind of makes it seem like that's just a shell of what the Korvax was.
I saw that more as the Korvax were more like AI, because they got screens for heads. That's what that was the deciding factor in me thinking that they were they're AI that inhabit like a specific body, and I'm sure I would assume they can move throughout of it because of that one video on Ballari 5 where Sean goes up to the big monolith thing, and it's got Korvax spirits in it,
right,
that teach him the words.
Yes. Yeah, so I don't know. That's a good point, Kurt.
If you could find out where they were manufactured on a certain planet, or if they are being manufactured by following them back to where they come from. I know you're going to have a suit with a thrust ability and that type of thing. So could you actually follow them around, maybe follow them back? And I don't know, it's just some kind of weird stuff if you get bored on a Saturday night 10 months into this thing and, hey, let me follow a Sentinel back to where it came from type thing.
You'd have to be pretty armored up for that, though, if you're gonna
Well,
go
I mean, they're
after the
friendly.
Sentinel homeworld. But maybe I'm not understanding you, Kirk. Are you saying you want to follow them back to the homeworld so you can get rid of them, like CK was? He was trying to be like the Galactic Police, or are you just doing it for the sake of I just want to find out where they are, like exploring?
Explore on a certain planet, where they're coming from on that planet.
From what I gather, and I could be wrong, I don't know. I've always seen the Sentinels referred to as self-replicating, so I just assumed that wherever they were, like on any given planet, they just made more Sentinels there.
I agree with that. I would totally agree with that. But if you could find that place on your planet.
Yeah, so like the Sentinel factory, I totally agree.
Right.
I would think that the Sentinel planet would be like the area in Grand Theft Auto you haven't explored yet. The second you get there, you get 5 stars. It's restricted. You're not supposed to be there.
yeah.
And they would dispatch like a whole squadron of these guys to get you away from there because it's not for you.
Quality right there. Yeah. Yep. You go over the airport, you're done.
Yeah, exactly. They start launching missiles.
Yeah. So my other comment, and this is just again, if you're on the edge and you're doing the exploring and you're doing the trading route and you're just kind of hanging out, no rush like most of us, as I can tell at Cobra, you're not in any rush, and you guys don't seem to be in any rush to get to the center. Let everybody else run those videos. I'm going to enjoy exploring and finding planets. So I'm kind of there also. What about turning left away from the sun or away from the center and exploring the very outer edge? I mean, I know it would take an infinitesimal amount of time, but just using the star system, so on your, let's say your left-hand side is just blackness. And, there is no edge of a universe, as you were saying earlier in this cast.
Right.
But if you're on the edge, stay on the edge. Just maybe the planets are weaker, maybe the Sentinels are weaker, maybe the... I don't know, but for me, it'd be just an opposite way to play is, let's not find the edge. Let's not find the center, let's find the edge. So,
yeah, and the 70s
I think something like that, it comes down to your equipment again, because as you get further away from the center, you're further away from the sun, so I would suspect it's getting colder.
If you're staying at the edge, you're fine. The center isn't a sun.
Right.
There are suns in specific solar systems.
Right. Oh yeah,
at the center of the star system is the sun.
So you're talking just as far away from the center as possible.
The outer rim of the universe would be the easiest place to traverse because it's the starting area of the universe.
Right, but it wouldn't also be the same. The stars were the furthest away. So if you've got everything compacted towards the center, further away, the star systems might be further away. So you'd have to gain a pretty good hyperdrive and a pretty good, way of getting your ship to from star system to star system on the outer edge. But it still might be another way to explore No Man's Sky. I'm just throwing things out there that, as everybody heads to the center, no, Kirk's heading towards the outside. I want to see where the blackness of space starts. So
yeah, I absolutely feel that, Kirk. I really like that about No Man's Sky too. Is that and I saw someone in the chat say it. We're flashing back to the chat. There is no right way to play the game.
Right.
You can do whatever you want. Your entire No Man's Sky experience can be on a single planet, and you got your $40 worth, $60 worth. I don't know how much it would cost. 60. Yeah.
And in the 70 questions video, he said, if I turn around and go the other way, am I going to bonk the edge of the galaxy? And Sean Murray said, no, you're not going to bonk the edge of the galaxy. You could just keep flying for as long as you want. So that, there's not going to be just empty void if you fly out of the first galaxy that you start in. If you can keep flying, then there's something out there. There's something that other way. So that's a good way to play, Kirk. And I definitely want to see people do that. And especially you, if you upload videos, I want to watch you turn around and fly away from the center and just see what's that way.
It being such a long game, it doesn't matter if I play that way for a year and then turn around and say, no, I want to be a space pirate now. No,
absolutely.
So, to me, this is one of those games where, of course, I'm going to buy more games. There's going to be games I want to play, but it's going to be one of those games on my shelf that I just pluck out, and say, no, this year I want to be a space pirate. This year I want to trade. I want to see how many credits. Can I get 1 billion credits? Can I make 1 billion units this year? So I've got to let you guys go. I'm actually at work, so I just came outside. There's a Earth, Wind, and Fire concert going here in our Huntsville arena, so I've got to go in here and actually do a job. So I'm going to leave you guys with this, and I appreciate the call, and I appreciate being on the show tonight. So.
Okay, buddy. It was a pleasure having you on.
Man, I appreciate you taking your lunch break for this. Wow. You could have had a sandwich, but no, you're talking to us.
No, it's all good. It's all good. You guys have a good evening.
Okay, buddy. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I never really considered the idea of, because everybody's headed for the center. He just, I'm just going to go the other way.
Yeah, I'll just go somewhere else. I feel that. Yeah. I absolutely feel for Kirk.
Yeah, good guy. All right, so we're going to add, who's this guy? Roust McGoust.
I've seen him in chat. All right, Roust McGoust.
What it is, Roust McGoust?
You know, in honor of Roust McGoust, I'm gonna name a creature after him.
Are you? Nice.
I'm gonna find one that kind of looks like a deformed turkey and like, this is Roust McGoust.
Why it's gotta be a deformed turkey? Before we were like that really drifted from complimenting Roust McGoust to calling him a deformed turkey.
Hey,
No,
buddy, how you doing, man? Thank you for coming on the show.
Hey, Roust.
Hey, what's
McGoust.
up, guys?
Not much. What brings you on today, dude?
I was just looking at some of these posters on I Am 8-Bit. I don't know if you guys have seen that, or maybe you've already discussed it.
I don't know what I Am 8-Bit is. You know, because
I'll send you a link on Skype. It's,
no,
just
I know what it is. But it just seems like, are they actually backed by Hello Games?
it says in the description that they collaborated with Hello Games, but it's
Are we
really
we
vague.
talking about that one ominous picture I keep seeing around where the atlas is like in the sky and it's looking kind of like destroyed?
yeah.
The reason why I ask is because they just started flooding all kinds of No Man's Sky paraphernalia, so to speak. And one of the things that I've seen that, T-shirts, the spaceship model, and then one of the things that really made me look at them and be like, all right, who are you guys? Because they were selling trading cards, No Man's Sky trading cards.
I would buy some No Man's Sky trading cards.
They were just screenshots.
Oh, wow, okay.
You have to, wouldn't that be someone, going to get shut down, like not collaborating with
Okay,
Hello
see,
Games?
look, first of all, it's nice that there's merchandise, and I'm looking forward to this game, but I also don't need a No Man's Sky coffee mug.
I would buy No Man's Sky.
I would like to have one. Darn it.
There's no need for that.
You're in the minority here.
Yeah, I'd probably buy one.
So yeah, I know they were endorsed to do the whole Steam PC Explorers Edition and everything, but it's just the trading cards of the screen captures of the trailer that actually got me to be like, I don't know, these guys.
Yeah, I've always.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hadn't seen those.
I've always felt like that. Like I take everything I see from No Man's Sky that I don't know if it's official just with a grain of salt. Like I can speculate on it as much as I'd like, but I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm almost gonna miss that though.
When the game comes out. Afterwards.
No, it's never going to end. It's never going to end.
That's
All
the best part.
See, look at this right now. Okay, Sean Murray said that there's multiple galaxies and it's a universe. It's an actual universe with multiple galaxies. For 2 years, he said that we start in the same galaxy together. Am I right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then he said you start in your own star system on your own planet, and the goal is to get to the center of the galaxy. Okay, here lately he's been saying we still start in the same galaxy together, but now we're starting on the edge of a universe. But there is no edge to the universe unless it's a multiverse. And if we did start on the edge of the universe, we all would be in different galaxies.
Are you starting to get the impression that he's just saying what you want to hear because
I was gonna say,
for yourself?
I think he's having fun.
Yeah, I
he
think
is. Right.
Sean's just
I
having
think
a
he's
good
having fun
time
with
with
the
us all.
Yes.
Hey, I'm keeping my eye on chat here. Idle Hands is asking, as you get further away from the center, do things get less weird? I think that he answered that the more you get towards the center of the universe, things get crazier. Yeah. So I guess technically you just find kittens on the outer realm, I guess.
Right. So with that in mind, we're going into the game, with the confusion, center of the galaxy, center of the universe. We know there's more than one galaxy, but he stated the first galaxy we're supposed to get to the center to figure out why. When Game Informer said, but if the goal to the game is to get to the center of the first galaxy and you can't leave that galaxy, then why have other galaxies? And then Sean Murray said, let's not spoil that for people. So when the game does come out, the speculation will never end. There's going to be things in this game that people are going to speculate forever on. Like you'll see a YouTube video. Guys, I figured out the Sentinels, I think. They'll be talking about the Sentinels. Guys,
Sentinel
I figured out the Atlas, I think. So it's not going to stop. It's going to go on for a very long time, I think.
I'm really excited to be a part of that. Like, when the game comes out, this is probably where I'm going to dump a lot of hours into before I'm like, okay, let's go play a different game. I'm really interested to, no one's going to have the same experience in the game. So I want to hop into the game, and it'll be an experience that I've never had in the game before. I don't think a lot of people have, where the things I'm seeing, no one else has ever seen.
Right.
So I'm really down.
It's almost like no one else will ever see it. You'll get to name your Faloop de Doop, where we came back to Faloop de
Uh-oh.
Doop,
Nice.
but
callback
no
to
one
Faloop de
else
Doop.
will. No one else may ever come across him. Ever.
I'm stealing
Probably
that, by
not.
the way.
You know what?
I
That's
think
fine.
everyone is.
Yeah, everybody should have a Faloop de Doop.
We have
That-
Loop 1, 2, 3, etc.
Perfect.
And Idle Hand says bearded kittens. Yes, there should be bearded kittens.
I mean, I think like that's right, kind of off from the very beginning of the universe because it's not that weird, like alien weird, but it is like, oh, that's bizarre. Why does that kid have a beard?
That's why I'm looking forward to almost watching other people play this game as much as
Absolutely.
actually playing, because we're never gonna see it all. So
Right. And that's a cool thing that I want to do with like the What Planet Were You Born On project, where people send in the 60-second clips. If I can get like a 4-hour video, man, that's going to be us sitting there for 4 hours if you even have that time to do such a thing. But it's going to be a variety of the universe, parts of the universe that you will never see.
I'm gonna get
so
attacked.
monumental. Like I can't just the scope of this. Everybody here at some point has played Grand Theft Auto, and it's always been amazing to me that you can go down every street. You know, there are all these different alleys and these different areas. But now you're talking, we can mine into the planet. We can go to the core of every planet, and when we're
you
done
can't.
there, go.
Sorry.
Yes, you can. He said you can. You can.
There's a downward limit. There's a hard downward.
Oh, there
limit.
is. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you can't go to the core.
I see that question on every single YouTube.
I think it's like
core,
120 meters or something like that.
But
It's
even
pretty
so,
far down.
you're still talking about you can dig underground on this planet. There's nowhere on the planet you can't go. And then and each star is its own system, and each one of those has a dozen or so planets. We're gonna be playing this game forever.
Right.
Like literally.
I can't wait to find some underground den, like looking for a cave to survive and then falling into a snake pit or something.
Yeah.
I want to find like something completely ridiculous because what was the term? I don't know if any of you guys will know. Sean used to describe how things get as you get closer to the center. Like it was something.
Or mutated.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
how mutated are we talking? Like, are we talking like the difference between a horse and like a flying blob horse with like 3 heads? Like, just how crazy can the things I'm gonna see get as I get closer to the center?
Oh, they're
That's
going to
what
get
I'm really
wild.
excited.
They're
I
gonna
was
get
thinking
wild.
Sharknado.
Oh yeah, it rained
What?
sharks on a planet.
All right,
I'd
what
also,
I'm going to
I
do
want to
here,
see.
since we're running
Yeah.
out of time, I'm going to kind of like start stacking some callers here so that
All
everybody
right.
has a chance to get on. So I'm going to add Drifting Pirate to the call.
Drifting
All
pirate.
right. Yeah, I've been following Drifting Pirate in the chat. So yeah, let's bring him on.
I'll get out of the way and let you guys stack some other colors. But before I go, my YouTube channel, I'm not really going to be uploading gameplay per se, but what I'm working on is a music playlist.
Okay.
So if anybody
Oh,
has
nice.
sci-fi music they want to suggest to me from movies or whatever, any kind of music you think might match up with this game, send me the suggestion, and I'm gonna be making a hopefully hours and hours long playlist.
Yeah, man, anything from the Star Trek First Contact soundtrack.
No, I
would be
feel
great.
you. I feel you.
What is your YouTube channel name?
It's just Roust McGoust.
Okay.
Rouse
Rouse
McGoust.
McGoust.
Yeah,
Rusty.
Ghost.
Roust McGoust. You guys got it. You guys got it.
Oh no,
Alright.
we can't get a pirate in here.
Pirate.
He's out plundering.
Oh my god. On the topic
Drifting.
of No Man's Sky music, I love the sample track that 65 Days released for the soundtrack. Like, what was it called? Supermoon? Yes, Supermoon. Supermoon is amazing to me. I don't know if you guys have listened to it, but I would like to listen to that exact song on my first planet for No Man's Sky.
Okay, I don't think I've heard it.
You haven't heard? I'll link it to you. It's amazing.
Yeah, send me a link for that. I'll check it out.
And yeah, that's the only bad thing about this playlist is I'm gonna be listening to the real game music for at least a long while. Can't wait
Yeah.
to check that out.
Hey, it's story. You know what? I'll listen to your playlist, Roust McGoust.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
No,
So will I.
I'll
So will
switch
I.
back and forth.
If anybody's added me recently to Skype, I just accepted a bunch of people. If you're still online, go ahead and give me a message if you want to get back, get on the call. And try and get Drifting Pirate here.
Come on, Drifty, you can do it.
Hello.
Hey.
Drifting Pirate, welcome.
Drifting
Arr,
Pirate,
matey.
what is going on, dude?
Yo ho.
Welcome, matey.
You guys hear me pretty good, or?
Oh, perfect,
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
man. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
got you.
Right,
Yeah,
actually, I'll
what's
say
up?
right now. I want to do a quick shout out to Forsaken Voyager, a buddy I met from No Man's Sky there.
Forsaken Voyager.
Great No Man's Sky
Forsaken
name.
Voyager. Where did you meet Forsaken Voyager at? In the
Actually,
Twitch?
In the Delta
no, it
Quadrant.
wasn't on Twitch. It was on PS4.
Oh, on PS4. Awesome.
Yeah, but it was all linked to No Man's Sky and through Cobra TV there.
Oh, I got a group on there?
I think it's less a group and more they just follow you religiously. Sounds like.
Yeah.
the Church of Cobra. I'm down.
All right, well, big shout out to Forsaken Voyager. How you doing, buddy?
All
All right,
right.
so
Pretty
what brings you on, Pirate? Drifting Pirate.
Well, I've been watching your YouTube video for quite some time now, and
Awesome.
I think
Thank
it's
you
just
so much,
great.
man. Thank you.
It's just great. And yeah, No Man's Sky has brought a whole community together, and you know, it's something you wouldn't really think of, right?
Right.
With of age, but it's just great.
Yeah, I've followed games in development before, you know, and got involved with the communities and stuff like that, but none have been like the No Man's Sky community. Not one.
I actually made a Reddit thread about this topic exactly the other day. Like, I come from the League of Legends community, and that's just god awful.
Of course
like,
you
don't even get me started. It's just god awful. But everything I've seen from like the No Man's Sky community, it's just everyone's so nice and considerate. It's like I'm not used to that, you know, just like the civil conversation and like legitimate excitement and enthusiasm people have about this game before it's even out is really nice to see.
Yeah.
And going off that, I'm gonna jump off and let someone else get on. But Cobra, the community you've fostered on YouTube is pretty incredible, man. Like, YouTube is not the friendliest of places.
I know.
And,
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And everybody on the channel, man, like, I read through the comments. I read every single comment, and I try to respond to as many as I can. But everybody's so nice to each other. You know,
Yeah.
and
I mean, even people correcting people, they're polite about it, which, you know, on the internet, it's refreshing.
yes, it is.
All right, hey, you guys have a good one.
Okay,
See ya,
buddy,
Roost.
you too, man.
Thanks
for
for
calling
stopping
in.
by. No, that wasn't.
Peace.
Oh, that was Roost. Sorry, Roost.
Yeah, that was worse.
I got Roost and our pirate friend confused.
I really, this game is gonna separate itself from everything else because you're gonna get people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna destroy stuff and I'm gonna find my friends and hook up. Those people will drift off in the first 6 months because they got bored, and you're gonna be left with the core people who just want to get out there and just explore. It's really fostering like a Star Trek type atmosphere of cooperation and community, and everybody's just friendly to each other.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna change the way people think of online gaming, I think.
I think so too. Ian, thank you for coming on the show, bro.
Ian, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, no problem, guys. Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure of mine to have you on, dude, for sure. Where brings you on today?
Oh, man. Let me tell you, for the past couple months, I've been kind of following some YouTube channels, but I don't think anything's really rivaled what I've seen here and like what you're doing.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, when I first started doing No Man's Sky videos, I don't think there was any YouTuber doing it at all. It's
Nope.
like, and that's one of the
You were the
reasons why I
only one.
started, because I researched it and had all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a video.
I think the first video I saw, you were actually kind of bashing yourself for making some collage of some old No Man's Sky pictures and videos and stuff, and you're kind of bashing yourself because I guess you weren't happy with it. And that was the first one I saw. I'm like, this is okay.
Was I wearing a mask in that video? Because if you go
I
deep
don't know.
enough, there's one left of. I used to troll people online. I've changed. I'm a better person. The community's actually helped change me, and it's been therapeutic. But my first No Man's Sky videos were me sitting there in a mask talking about it, and I don't know why I did that. I don't. But
That's back when you were Cobra Commander.
it's.
Yeah,
But there's,
some anonymous stuff,
one
man.
still left on there. Yeah, kind of.
That's actually kind of scary.
It's weird.
Hey,
Hey,
but
BT
the fact
Dubs,
is,
Cobra is
you've
the Atlas.
changed.
Yes, I have. You know.
Wait, Cobra's the Atlas? Are you serious? You just
That's why
ruined it
he's
for
wearing a mask.
everybody.
What? Wait a minute. What am I?
If Cobra's the Atlas, I really feel cheated. I feel like he's been holding out a lot of information from us.
After all this time.
Yeah.
It's like I'm looking at him. Look, I found you. I'm done. That's it.
Oh boy. I did have one question. I did mention I wanted to pick your brain a little bit and kind of get some feedback because I've seen plenty of.
Sir. Are you a surgeon? Should you be picking at his
Oh
brain?
my God.
Are you licensed?
Sir, I'm not equipped with a scalpel, I assure you.
So if you'd like to ask a question, that's fine. But surgery, I'm gonna have to decline.
I'll ask the question minus the surgery. Is that good?
All right.
Go ahead. Go on. Man.
All right. So I think this is back in April when IGN was doing a lot with Sean Murray and a lot of interviews. And someone asked a question about what was it? It was about the aliens and how they were distributed throughout the galaxy, whether they were peppered evenly or if they controlled certain regions of space. So tying into the second part of this question really is, he said there is regions of space where certain aliens do kind of control. So my question is, does that mean if you start in one of those regions of space, depending on how big it is that going to be gearing how you play the game? Because each faction specializes in something like, military or exploration or science or trading. So I wanted to know, like, am I going to have to be spending my entire time trading or fighting my way out?
No, that's a good question. But we see in the trailers that there are fighters and the trading ships, which, back in the day when we saw the trade station trailer, I remember saying that the trader ships kind of look like birds. And the Gek are a bird-like trading species. So I think that they tried to model some of their ships after, the kind of species they are. But
yeah, that's interesting.
That's just going into speculation. But, you see different types of ships. You see fighters, traders, explorers in the trailers. So I think we're going to see them everywhere.
Gotcha. So do you think, even though their primary focus might be a certain way, like it might be trading, it's not going to completely dispel being able to buy from them, like things that might benefit you, as like military-wise or science-wise. So do you think they just have a main focus for each race?
I think so. Yeah, but I don't know for sure. But the different regions, I think that. They might just dominate that space. Like the Korvax are in charge in one place, but you might go to a different region and the fighter NPC is dominating that area. Maybe they're fighting the Korvax. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't think that, I don't think you're going to stick with the trading class just because you spawn or born in that region that they're in control of.
It would be nice if there were bonuses to trading if you're in like the trading region though. Like if I'm in combat space, I would like to have like bonuses for combat. Like whatever combat race is there, they're like, hey man, you've been doing a lot of good killing. Good job.
Oh, like perks.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I think
that would be kind of cool.
I think you do.
I don't even know.
Are there perks?
No, not like perks. I think, but like. There's regions of space that are controlled by specific races, and the specific races like specialize in a specific aspect of the game, as far as I'm aware. So I would assume that being in their space and doing like, if I'm in like the trading space with the trading race and I'm doing a lot of trading, I would think they would take notice of that.
Is it also, you might want to consider if you're in an area of space where primarily they do trading, and now because through association you also have to trade, they might not take kindly to you trying to do business in their territory.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, in order to get good at trading, I'm sure you would have probably had to have made friends with them in the first place. Be like, hey man, you trade, I trade. We're all good, man. We all trade.
Homies.
Oh, but also he could be like, yeah, I need 40% of everything you get.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Oh, they might tax
That's
us.
some Al Capone stuff.
Oh, geez, imagine that.
It's the IRS stuff.
I mean, we've got a pirate. Let's ask him. I mean, that's the way they do it in like the pirate days, right? They want part of the booty.
Doesn't everybody?
We all.
Hey, pirate's already gone, man.
All right,
There's no
now.
booty.
Real smooth, real smooth.
No more booty.
Oh no. Well, why am I here?
You're only here for the booty.
I came for the booty.
There isn't any here, unless. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're venturing into TV 14.
Yeah.
Late welcome to the
God.
late.
But no, that is a fantastic question. Honestly, I hadn't considered that where you spawned may be influential as to what you do first, because I just plan to land on the planet and explore. But if my planet is in a trade area, they
It
may
be lucrative for you to.
Yeah, that's been plaguing me for weeks, and I've been listening to these podcasts. I'm like, when is someone gonna ask this question? Because
Hey, take the
I'm like
initiative.
ripping my hair out over it, and I just wanted to get a second opinion.
Yeah, I really don't think it'll have anything to do with what role you want to play.
Great.
I feel like it, like in trading space, just for example, prices may be like a little lower, like you can buy lower in trading spaces and then go somewhere else and sell them for higher. But just in terms of like dictating your play style, I don't think that the area you spawn in will have much to do with that. Aside from like, if you spawn on like a death planet, you'll probably have to fight your way off the death planet.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there like going to be a limit to what we can go down each branch, or is there not really a limit set on that kind of stuff?
A limit set on what?
To each branch of like exploring, crafting.
I mean, I don't.
Hunting
As
or
far as
mining,
I'm
is there-
aware, it's not even like an in-game mechanic kind of thing. Like,
Well,
I could be wrong. I don't think there's like
Sean
a,
Murray did mention a long time ago that they're going to keep track of certain things in the game, so that way they could say you are the best at being an explorer. You are the best at being a pirate. But he said that all the way back during the GameSpot interviews 2 years ago. So
Oh my God.
we know that a lot of stuff has changed about the game. I really wouldn't take any of. I would take all that stuff with, okay, he said it, but who knows?
Yeah, at this point, because of how elusive he is, I mean, what are we even doing? We should just wait till the game comes out. Maybe it comes out, it's not even No Man's Sky.
it's some guys.
It's another Joe Danger.
Yeah, it's Joe Danger.
I'll just- Joe Danger in space. He's just cruising
I really
on
like
asteroids.
the way Sean is marketing this game. Like he's teasing me with it. It's really what he's doing. It's like, I know how much you like mysteries and space exploration, so I'm gonna tell you absolutely nothing.
Very smart and very.
Yeah, it just gives you nothing to go on.
Hey,
US
he got my $60.
US Jack as 125 is asking if we're going to be spawning on a planet or in space. You're going to be spawning on a planet.
Yeah, because you spawn on a planet, you wander around till you find your ship, and then you kind of go from there.
Right.
Or
That sucks if you're just floating just throughout space at the start of your game. Just
Yeah, I don't want to spawn in space without a ship. That would not be beneficial.
I mean, you could probably like alternatively spawn at a space station, maybe.
I think it is just planet. I think
isn't
they
there
stressed
Yeah,
that
it's
enough.
only planet. Yeah.
Okay.
If you pre-order, don't you get like a better ship?
Yeah, if you
and
pre-order, you get a better like starting ship and a
It'll
better.
probably
starting
just be
ship.
right where your pod starts, because I know you start with a pod. So it's probably just going to be in place of that if you put the code in before you boot the game up.
Right.
Unless you go to a station and then you gotta select that free ship.
I get it.
Yeah.
I personally, I don't want any like pre-order starting bonuses. I feel like I'm cheating myself out of that. Like I want
I
to have
did
to
too.
like grind hard for my hyperdrive, you know.
I did too, but one of the things you get with the boost for pre-ordering is the Rizoso multi-tool. Now, that's the first multi-tool we ever seen from the old trailers. So that's it has like a sentimental I have a sentimental feeling to it. Like this, oh, I want that Rizoso multi-tool. We know they're procedurally generated, so who knows if you'll ever find a Rizoso multi-tool. You know?
You probably would.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
so I don't know.
I also-
I really want that multi-tool.
I didn't know
Yeah.
this before up until recently. I didn't realize that the ships were procedurally generated as well. I'm in love with that. I'm the
you
kind
didn't
of
know
guy
that?
to like get not at
Oh
all.
man,
Like
everything.
I'm the kind of guy to get attached to like my ship in games, so it's like this is my ship. There are
So-
no ships like my ship.
So if you didn't know that, do you know that the animal sounds are all procedurally generated too, right?
Yeah, I knew that.
And
like
the music?
oh man, I love the soundtrack of the game. So
Oh.
I've been following like audio wise really hard. I just assumed that there were like types of ships and you could upgrade it. I didn't know that like your ships as random as the planets.
No, not exactly. Now the ships are like species, just like the species are. If you have a deer, there's going to be different deer. So if you find a certain ship, there's going to be multiples of that ship, even though it's procedurally generated, but you're going to be able to name that type of ship.
See, that was my question. That's what I need.
Nice.
I want to be able to create a Serenity class ship. And when you find that ship, oh, that's the Serenity ship. It's too late because Patrick named it already. This is the Serenity now. Sorry.
I feel like your game is you're just gonna name everything. Like you're basically playing No Man's Sky with like a label maker in hand.
Pretty much, I want to have a star system that every planet is named after a character from Friends.
Oh man,
That's important.
can I decide which planet is Phoebe?
You can.
Okay,
And Phoebe will have Falloop-de-doops.
Phoebe will have the Faluka groups. All right.
See, again, we came back to the Falloop. See, it's
Nice
full
callback,
circle,
nice callback.
man. See? Go right back to it. But no,
All
that
right.
is
We're going to add a returning champion to the call here.
the champ.
The champ is here.
Is his name John Cena?
No.
Don't even start that right now.
No memes free. This is a meme free podcast.
I came to this subcast to get away from Cena.
Hi, what's going on?
Welcome.
Back to Cobra
Is
TV.
it Shelly or Shelly?
Just call me Chelsea.
All right. Welcome, Chelsea.
Welcome, Chelsea. There's a female here. I'm amazed.
Everyone, when I came on Cobra's
Patrick's
show
going to shut down.
for the first time, like, people were like freaking out in the comments. So I was just like, what?
Welcome to being a girl on the internet.
This was going to be a predominantly male game because it just doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would lend itself to a woman because there's no dressing up. It's not the key part.
What?
That
That is a very wrong view to have.
Yeah,
What the hell?
feminists all over the world shedded a tear. Hello,
Actually-
Chelsea.
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. What brings you on the show, returning champ?
You are.
I don't know. Cobra just invited me on.
Yeah.
And
it's
of
cool.
course because I had such a fun time last time.
This wasn't in direct response to the booty comment I made earlier, was it?
No. Oh my God, no.
Now we're crossing a road here, sir.
You got to get Patrick Harris on the GNN show.
Look, man, my wife's gonna hear this and I'm gonna get in trouble. Chelsea's just a friend. Jeez.
Cam, how you doing, buddy?
We're doing great, man.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for coming on the show. What brings you on?
I don't know.
I feel that, Cam.
Well-
Want to talk about Mario Brothers? You want to talk about Mortal Kombat?
It's real ironic that Cam showed up the second Chelsea showed up.
We could talk about the
I think
new
that's
Assassin's
what-
Creed.
We're all here for No Man's Sky, and he's here for no idea.
I thought I was ordering a pizza. What is this?
Hey.
Pepperoni with that, Cam?
Oh man, about to choke.
Oh, hey, we've got a nice group of people here, and I'd like to ask the chat too. Where will you be playing No Man's Sky? Are you more PC or are you going to be on PS4?
PC represent. If I could get a PC represent hashtag going in the chat, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd love to get a poll just to see where everybody's going to be playing.
I'm going to be playing on both.
Yeah, I saw
wow.
a Reddit thread with a guide. He was like, I accidentally ended up buying a copy for both PC and PS4. Which one should I play? And I was like, play them both. I mean, you're gonna have a different experience either way. You're never gonna see the planets that you saw on PC on console.
A lot
How
of
did
the
he
people I talk
accidentally
to.
do that?
Yeah, right.
That's what amazes me.
$60.
A lot of people that I talk to have bought multiple copies. Some people bought the limited edition, but then pre-ordered it on PSN, so that way they don't have to wait to go get the copy. They could just play it right at midnight. Some people who bought it for PC bought it for PS4. Like, there's been multiple copies sold to individuals. I've never really ever seen that
that's a
out of a
really
game.
unique thing to No Man's Sky. Just the amount of people who are like, yeah, I just have multiple copies, and I can't honestly. I don't know why you would do that necessarily. No, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you know, more power to you. Either way, you're gonna have different experiences regardless as to where you play it. I don't feel like I need 2 copies of the game.
Same. And I don't even have a PS4, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
If I had a PS4, I think I probably would have made the same mistake. Because I'm not very frugal with my money.
See, at current, my computer can't even run it, so I have to not only buy a part so that I can run it.
I'm buying a whole new computer.
I'm doing it on PS4, so I don't.
And then also, KJ and I are also buying our own separate copies so we can play individually.
Oh, of course, I don't want to hop into your game and it's like, oh, I want to name something. Oh man, you already named this a Faloop to do. What am I gonna do with this?
Are we going to see a father and son trek to find each other?
See, we've said that like passively we're gonna try. We're not going to. We're gonna spend so much. Oh man, I saw this sick blue planet with like flying space dinosaurs. Were you there? Oh, I saw that last week.
I think that's up there with space whales, flying space.
You say that, but at the same time,
space wrecks.
I see like an octopus with 15 legs. I'm like, hey KJ, look, there's an octopus with 15 legs. Come check this out. So
what if the planet I'm on only has octopus with 14 legs and we get overly excited for no reason?
Yeah, we should count the legs. Oh, that one only has 14. And different planet. Oh well.
But absolutely, I'm going to. I have a channel and it's completely empty right now. But when the game actually comes out, I'm going to be doing some No Man's Sky content. Like I can't say exactly what I'll be doing, but I'll be spending way too much time in this game to not just sit down and it's like, okay, let me just do a quick let's play of No Man's Sky. So you know, shameless self promotion before I have anything to show.
Exactly.
If I do videos for this. Yeah, see, that's my thing. I'll probably just, stream it on Twitch. I can't see myself, on YouTube.
And then I'd probably post the highlights on YouTube, maybe.
Yeah.
See, but highlights, now you're talking the editing process, and now you gotta render it, as opposed to I can just hit record on Twitch and just go.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cobra's life.
I see what you mean.
the Cobra cast.
No, that's too much effort for me, and it takes away from time I could either be watching somebody else on the planet or be on the planet myself.
Well, Patrick, if you're uploading it to, if you're streaming it to Twitch, you could always export it to your YouTube channel. Just click export and it uploads automatically.
See, anything I can do that requires no editing, that's what I'm for. Hey, here's raw footage of me exploring the universe.
And I don't think people would really like editing because you want to see everything, right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. You can also clip highlights on Twitch fairly easily.
Can you?
Yeah.
I've
streamed a couple times. They have like in your dashboard where you manage your videos and stuff. They have this thing where you can just clip like I was streaming Minecraft a while ago, and I've had this hole in my roof that I forgot about, and this creeper dropped through right in front of me, and I screamed and I clipped it as a highlight.
Somehow I can imagine Chelsea playing Minecraft too. You're gonna be a miner, aren't you? You're gonna go around and craft stuff. That's your thing, isn't it?
I'm actually a little disappointed.
That and I have a million mods that just have to do with animals. So
nice. I can't play Minecraft without mods. Just complete conversation real fast. I can't play Minecraft without mods. But on Minecraft, I don't touch it.
Every time I touch Minecraft, I just pass out. Anytime I get the chance to play games, it's after work, and I just go right to sleep. It's way too relaxing for me. That's why I'm scared to buy No Man's Sky.
I've been keeping my eye on the chat here, and people are talking mods. Are there going to be mods for No Man's Sky?
Yes.
Yes.
He's already confirmed it. He's confirmed it.
Sean openly, does he? Oh, awesome. Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, it was during the Game Informer interview. It's a written interview on the Game Informer No Man's Sky Hub, where he said, I think we have to let people mod and provide them with a set of modding tools, otherwise they're going to break the game.
That's a wonderful mindset to have going into this game. I'm really glad he feels that way. 'Cause, like, not a lot of developers do.
You know there's gonna be a Floopadoop mod now.
See, see, there you go. Everybody's gonna have a Faloop-to-doop. See, we just start. I want to see that on Twitter. Hashtag Faloop-to-doop. Let's get Sean Murray to make a Faloop-to-doop in the game.
Everyone on Twitter is just gonna be so confused.
Now, is the modding only going to be on like private procedural like servers?
I
Their
think
own
so, because
servers,
he
or
doesn't-
only single player?
Yeah, I think so because he doesn't want it to affect the universe.
Is there gonna
Yeah,
be?
I wouldn't even know what would happen if you started altering a dynamic universe that everyone can technically access, even though it's so far away from each other.
That's kind of a scary thought. It's like I could just wander into modded space, you know?
Faloop-de-loop monster just comes out of nowhere and
Yeah,
just
exactly. Like,
destroys your
the whole
world.
planet has been replaced with nothing but Faloop-to-doop.
All right, see, we're talking. It's the Faloop-to-doop homeworld.
It's gonna be a really big deal if we actually find the first.
Hey, Roos Magoo says no man's Faloop-to-doop. You're absolutely right.
Thanks, Roos.
House McGoust.
Faloop-to-doop multi-tool,
Yeah,
specifically used to target
you
Faloop-to-doops.
just pick up a Faloop-to-doop and you use it as your multi-tool, like a bait one.
Oh, it's like an
Is the-
organic multi-tool.
Yeah.
See, with the information we have now, I'm probably gonna shy away from mods because part of the experience is to be part of this entire universe. But there's gonna be DLC, right? They're gonna be adding content as the game goes
I don't
forward.
think there's DLC, but Sean, from what I understand, intends to continually support the game, which is
Yeah,
like
by updates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Which I'm excited for. I really like the idea of a game where I'm never going to see anything in it, and over time more things are going to be added to it.
Right.
Yeah, I like that too.
Hey, Alexis Fanatic in chat says Cthulhu could kill Faloop-to-doop. I'm sorry, no.
Jesus.
Cthulhu
The sheer-
could not kill the Faloop-to-doop.
The sheer number of Faloop-to-doops, Cthulhu would be overwhelmed. I'm sorry. It's
Have
just
you
not
not
gonna
watched
happen.
Revenge of the Faloop-to-doop? Why would you even say that?
Then, Faloop-to-doops are like tribbles. They just multiply for the sake of multiplying.
Same.
The Floopadoop army.
It's an armada of Faloop-to-doops. There we go.
I can't believe that this is.
Yeah,
We
this
have made
is
it a thing.
probably
From now on,
the most
everybody's gonna be
unique
talking about this.
subcast I've ever had.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm happy to be a part of it.
I could do this every week, man.
Oh, wow. Can they get a partnership going there? That's some more shameless self-promotion?
No, that's not even a shame. I just like to hear myself talk.
I understand. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like,
I mean,
won't lie, I went back and listened to myself on Cobra's video, and I was like, oh god, I hate my voice.
oh no, I'm
I feel that way
so
all the time.
entertaining.
I hate
It's
I
awesome.
hate the way I sound when it's not in my head. It's like, oh.
Same here. I hate listening to myself on recording because I realize how much I say like.
Same. Absolutely. I understand.
I'm gonna be looking at the back of the video and just be like, what did I say that for? I don't know why.
It's funny you say that, Chelsea, because that's a revelation.
No regrets,
I've
guys.
taken
Come on now.
myself lately. I noticed that I say like a lot for no reason.
And
Or
Faloop-to-doop.
sometimes I'll say like, and then there's a pause. I won't even finish the sentence, and then I was like, and it just stops, and I trail off. Like, what am I
Or I'll
doing?
be like, I won't even know what to say, and I'll start stuttering, and I'm like, oh god.
I understand.
You know what, Chelsea? I'd like to follow your YouTube channel. I'd like to see how many times you say like in a video.
Oh man, is that gonna be like a video?
There should
With,
be a
little
like
counter,
counter.
little counter in the corner.
Hey, can we get Alexis Fantastic in the chat here, because Unicron in No Man's Sky would be epic.
Oh my god.
That's a good call. You know what?
I would
Thank
like
you
to get the
for
guy that
Transformers
says he
reference.
sounds like Kermit the Frog on the call.
Okay. That's fair. We can get him on to talk about Unicron.
That's a sacrifice I'd be willing to make. If you have to sound like a felt frog to get.
I feel like if I find one living planet in No Man's Sky, I'm just gonna have to stop playing. I'll be too afraid. Like I'll get in my ship, I'll turn around, and I'll just take a break.
Did you?
Yeah,
do you guys
honestly,
know what
this game
space?
scares me.
You guys know what Space Engineers is?
Yeah, I've seen stuff for Space Invaders. I haven't touched it.
The reason why the developer made that game is to fund his other project. And his other project is developing a real artificial intelligence that can think and learn on its own. And he's succeeded. He succeeded. He makes this thing play games without telling it any rules. And it learns by making mistakes and figures out what the goal is on its own.
So you're telling me Space
That is
Engineers
Skynet.
funded Skynet, yeah.
Hold on.
Skynet.
Check this out. He's going to let this thing loose inside Space Engineers.
I'm scared.
We need to assassinate him now.
Oh my god.
Could you?
Can we get his AI to play No Man's Sky?
Yo,
I'm
does
gonna
anyone
edit
got
that
Arnold
part out.
Schwarzenegger's phone number?
But
I feel
imagine
like
if
he's our
this
only
thing
hope.
uses the power of the internet from the people playing, and it sneaks out and finds its way into the universe of No Man's Sky.
Oh gosh.
I would want if there was like
This
an
reminds me
AI.
of an episode of freaking X-Files I just watched a little bit ago.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's the last thing I need to hear. Yeah, this conversation about this like AI that can think for itself reminded me of this episode of X-Files.
I can just imagine this AI going into the game and automatically finding an animal and naming it Floopadoop.
Yeah, like first things
yeah.
first.
Here we go, right back to Faloopadoop. See, it sounds to me more like the Borg.
Man.
Like it's just gonna travel through space, assimilating everything it can,
Yep.
and eventually it's just gonna rule the entire galaxy. The game won't be playable anymore.
Wow, it's like the second you spawn, it just imprisons you. That's everyone's No Man's
Exactly.
Sky experience now.
That's scary.
Sean would be
I
so
feel like
upset.
we've digressed from No Man's Sky to something completely different that I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I
What-
know, right,
it's
right.
Pure
Darwin
speculation.
Toy.
It's just a fluid conversation, man. You gotta roll with the punches.
Or-
You know what? Let's bring it back to Faloopadoop. There you go.
Okay, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back to
Yeah,
Faloopadoops.
Could
There we
you
go,
imagine starting in No Man's Sky, right? Everyone's going to get their own starts. Some are going to have really good starts. Some are going to have dull, boring, dangerous, whatever. It's all going to be unbalanced and different. Imagine you start the game up, and there's this beast standing right there next to your ship, and it kills you with one hit. And then you respawn next to your ship. It's still there. It kills you again. Then you
I would have
respawn,
to-
and it kills you again. Over and over and over again.
Come on, there has to be something that's. When you respawn in a different place, I mean, the universe is a big place. Why do we keep spawning in front of this thing?
Because
I
I
have
think
a
you
theory that
respawn next to your ship unless you're you get a save
Yeah, you
point.
spawn at your ship.
Yeah, unless
I
you
think
get
I
a
have a
save.
theory as to why that wouldn't be a problem. Didn't they say as you get closer to the center of the galaxy, it gets progressively more difficult?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
So I
thinking,
think when they start you towards the outside, where you're going to be is only going to be very minute characters that you would be running into that wouldn't cause that. I don't think Sean Murray is Hitler. I don't think he would do that to his fans.
I've always joked.
At least I
since
hope
he
not.
knows- I've always joked since he knows who I am, he's going to make it a point because I've given out my PSN name all over the public. It's everywhere, and he's gonna make me have a bad start just so he can laugh and watch me play it.
He's like, all right, what can we do to Cobra today?
Yeah.
I would watch that. He sends an actual cobra after you.
He puts a little Cobra
A
in his
giant
ship
cobra
while
to
he's
eat
flying.
you.
Sand.
yeah, you know,
cobra.
like those giant sand snakes in the one
Yeah.
trailer will be like that, but just a big cobra.
And all your
Oh,
downloadable
gosh.
content, it'll eat that too.
With
Yeah, I'm gonna edit all of this out just so I don't give anybody any ideas.
Just to protect yourself. So, something I'm curious about, and I haven't seen anyone else mention it. You have a weapon on your ship. Like your ship has weapons. You can use it to mine, or you can use it to blast other ships. Can I fly to a planet and mine the planet with my ship?
Oh,
Do my weapons just stop working when I enter orbit?
No, they don't, because they showed them using the weapons in dogfights on the planet before.
Oh yeah, they did. In the they did
Yeah.
that in the main trailer.
Yeah,
So,
and there's
I feel
also
like-
something else I want to address to people. There's people think you can't look in your ship, but one of the first trailers ever shows the player looking hard right.
Yeah, you can look around.
Yeah, and then the second thing that people they're always asking is, can you do barrel rolls? Do you have that much freedom? And the answer to that's yes too.
do barrel.
So I guess
I feel like that's
the
important for dogfights.
the real question now is, can I ghost ride the whip?
I mean, you could die in his face, but there's nothing stopping you up until the point of death.
I see.
I think you won't be able to get out of your ship unless you're landed, and I think the reason people wouldn't mine with the ship, which I'm sure you might be able to shoot some resources, but I think it would be kind of pointless to do it that way because of how fast you're actually moving.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to collect the materials.
Can you hover with the ship? Like, is there just a stationary speed? Because you can control the speed of your ship.
I think if you tried to use the ship in that manner, you would call a lot more attention to yourself from the sentries. It's better to just go down with your weapon and just do your business.
To defend myself from them using my ship's cannons. I mean, assuming my ship is like a combat ship. Like, let's make the assumption I have got like a fighter ship. You know, I would assume that my ship's weapons would be far more powerful than my multi-tool.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
But now, I don't know if this has been addressed or not. I don't know if anybody's discussed it. Let's say you land on a planet and you just head out. You just head due north and you're just mining and you're collecting your stuff and you're spelunking. Can you forget where your ship is and now you're just stuck until you die?
There's a marker.
Yeah, you could scan for it.
Okay.
Or you could go to a landing pad and just call your ship to the landing pad.
Oh,
They got rid of the mini-map, didn't they?
Yes, and yeah.
I remember Sean Murray saying even when you land on a planet, they got rid of the mini-map. Now, you'll have stuff on your HUD, like displaying where your ship is or something of point of interest, but
yes.
That's
scary.
With that creative decision, because to have a mini-map would suggest that this planet has been mapped, and it hasn't. Like, no one's been here, you know?
Well, before he said that the mini-map had, like, a fog of war, if you guys know that term.
Should be able to,
which would make sense.
Craft a satellite and put it in orbit right before you land on a planet and map it out for you.
Ooh,
Just
don't
send,
get
like,
our hopes up.
probes to the planet.
That'd be cool, but it's not in the game.
It might be. Well, if exploration
Vicious in the
is a
chat
thing,
is saying
maybe.
that they've added the mini maps back in.
Not from the last I heard.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I don't know, the latest Sean Murray interview, or at least one of the later ones, I remember him saying they got rid of it, and kind of made me sad inside.
Yeah.
Oh well. Personally, I don't think there should be a mini map. It defeats the purpose of, hey, I'm exploring this planet for the first time.
Yeah, I agree. Fallout 4 feels the same way, like kind of off topic. If you disable the mini map in that game, suddenly the world feels a lot bigger and there's a real sense of exploration.
Yeah.
Well, not the mini map, like the radar, I think. But like, so I don't want a mini map in a game that's almost entirely about the exploration, because it removes a degree of it for me. Like, I know what's over that hill now, you know? Or like, I won't have to like use landmarks to navigate because my map will tell me, oh, I've already been there, so I know how to navigate it.
It's kind of a map on your ship, like inside your ship, right?
Yeah, that's it's like a HUD for like enemy ships and friendly ships and stuff, as far as I'm kind of Elite Dangerous, like if you played Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of reminded me of Elite Dangerous.
I think it all revolves around to, Sean doesn't want you to spend too much time on a planet. In one interview, he actually described the planets as like lily pads across the pond to the center of the galaxy.
And I really like that. Like, he's always said that, like, if it doesn't promote exploration, he doesn't want it in the game. And I feel like that's like a wonderful mentality to have specifically for No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm. I think something that we forget is how big this game is. People think it's actually like a major company, but it's actually an indie company.
It's just 5 guys in a room.
It really is an indie title.
But at the same time, but look at that. Sean Murray was senior developer on Burnout 3 and Black, and
like he has the experience.
He's a AAA developer, and the artists that worked at Hello Games, they're some of the best artists I've ever seen out there. Period. Flat down, hands down, best ones. So to call them an indie company just because they don't have 400 people and spending $100 million on a game that's going to charge you an extra $50 when you get home, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, what's the difference? There's no difference.
I feel like this game is one of the games recently that it's the most deserving of a $60 price tag.
Yes,
it's like the amount of care and detail put into this game. It's absolutely.
Yeah, don't take it wrong when I say, not as an insult that I say it's an indie title, but I think they stray away from more mainstream ways of doing things, like the mini-map. Of course, that's like a very mainstream way of going about it, and I think he's still trying to find ways to make this a massive game, but also adding indie aspects to it, and I really do respect it.
The big AAA companies nowadays, they don't. What I've seen is, especially EA, they don't really respect the players too much. And with these guys, I feel like I'm personally connected with them.
100% agree with you, Cam. 100%
In
agree.
every interview, you can tell that like Hello Games, this is like their baby. You know, I don't know if you guys watched like the hour interview from IGN with Sean Murray, but just the way he talks about this game, there's so much passion involved in it, and it's like not to say the other studios say they don't have passion in their games, but like when EA pumps out a game, it's because EA wants to make money.
Yeah.
Sean just wants to give this game.
Yeah, Sean just wants to share this universe with you. That's the most important thing that I get from him.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. It gives me a level of security in buying this game. It's like he's going to do what's best for players.
Right. You know, and going back to multiplayer, you know, they got a dream about this game, you know, something they wanted to make, and they wanted to see us play that core. He doesn't have a problem with us doing whatever we want in the game or wanting multiplayer later down the road, but he wants to see that dream of theirs played out first, and then they're going to revisit and say, okay, you guys have fun, what do you want now?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's the best way to handle a game like No Man's Sky. It's like here's the game, and it's just the game. Here's everything you can do in it, and then a little bit longer after the game's been released for a while and people have like fall into grooves and they really know what they want to do and what they want from the game. Sean can go and say, okay, based on what our players are saying, here's an update we're going to release. You know, here's a few things that you have been asking for the game.
Right.
It's a lot easier to do that after a game is released as opposed to giving people what they want based entirely on speculation from a game that no one's played.
Yes. Hi, Maxi Crow. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Snoop. What's up, Maxi Crow? Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Maxi.
What I'm enjoying about the game, I don't even have it already. What I enjoy about this is that it has infinite replay value. You can go through an entire star system and just hunt, and then 6 months from now say, hey, I think I'm gonna switch my mindset to more of a mining thing, and then maybe 2 years down the line it's like, now I want to get into crafting. There's no limit to the things that you can do. Not only can you call your own shots, you've ever played the games where you can pick from 3 things you can do, but eventually you have to do all 3 for the story to progress.
Yeah.
You never have to craft if you don't want to. You never have to explore if you don't want to.
You could play the whole game in space if you just felt like it. You never have to land on a planet.
Yes.
God, that game would be so hard to traverse without doing at least a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? Oh my god.
Not to hype up the game too much, but I feel like I'm going to be playing this game for a very, very long time, to the point where I'm not going to get bored of it.
Right.
I agree entirely. Like,
and to the outside community, it doesn't look like much, but you know, to some of us, we're here because we liked something that we've seen. We heard something about the game that we liked, and to some of us, just being able to roam around and go where we want's enough.
It was at EA. I wasn't at EA, but I was watching the live stream EA last year, and I saw this game. That's where I saw it, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
I had heard of it, and I never did my own research because like there's a lot of games released. There's every like new game coming out. It's like there's some hype behind it. So I didn't really like look that heavily into it. And then I don't even remember what video I saw. I actually think it was one of Cobra's videos. There you go, a little shout out. I legit think it was one of Cobra's videos. It's like, I need to play this game. Like No Man's Sky went completely under my radar for so long.
Yeah. Hey, Stargazer Tim in the chat is asking for the No Man's Sky video that KJ and I did. I can't post the link.
I think this is it. Hopefully it's not something
Cobra's
weird.
on it, man. It's right there.
Also, I am Stargazer Tim, and I have 6 accounts going at once. That was shameless promotion.
I believe you.
By the way, you can subscribe. We also do Power Ranger videos.
God. Let's not do this.
No, we're not.
They said let's not do this.
It's a little bit of everything, but for the sake of this podcast, we're just gonna stick to No Man's Sky, but still subscribe.
Let me ask you something, Stargazer or Pat or what am I to call you?
Patrick's fine, Patrick. Or Serpentor, that works.
Serpentor.
I'm all over it.
All right.
That was a callback to the beginning, man.
Totally threw me off my question here.
I was there.
Your Power Ranger videos, do you get copyrighted for that?
No. Fair use protects you for that, and it's my wife and I, we discuss it, plus the Power Rangers video is really small on the screen, so because we're adding like commentary and critiquing it, we're protected.
So you're not in your dashboard or video manager, does this say match third-party content?
Nope.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and also I found that if I don't use the audio from the actual video, like we'll set our camera up in front of our TV, and then we'll just watch the TV, and I'll use the audio coming from the TV, so if there was any copyrights or anything embedded in the file itself,
digital,
it won't pick it up.
Huh, that's pretty cool. It's good that, YouTubers are able to do something like that, because I think it's cool to watch an entire show, but there's commentary behind it. And a while back, you couldn't do that. I mean, they'd remove the video or, give you recommendation on your channel.
I feel it's really easy to get copyright strikes today. Like, I feel like there was a lot more freedom in the kinds of videos you could make and the things you could have in them before. And that's not, like, I'm not a content creator. I don't know. But just talking to other content creators, that's the impression I get.
Yeah. Yeah, on Hello Games' website, they actually state publicly that anybody can upload any of their products and do whatever they want with it.
Nice. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if I would consider myself a content creator either. I just, my family, we sit and we talk about the things that we enjoy, and it just happens to be an entertaining video sometimes. Right. Sometimes. Not sometimes. There are some hidden gems in there. There are some there's some pieces of coal. Yeah. 1 out of 10.
So if everybody's going to be uploading, how are you going to be uploading? Are you going to be uploading with a story of your own, role playing, so to speak? Or are you going to be uploading?
I intend to I don't know if you guys have seen it, and I can't even remember the name of the channel, but there's a guy, and he plays The Long Dark, and it's like, he's not necessarily role-playing while he plays it, but it's more like a play-by-play type thing. It's like,
he's not treating
him as his character.
Yeah, like he's not treating it like a Let's Play, he's treating it as if he's in that situation.
Exactly. That's what I intend to do for No Man's Sky. I feel like there's a big market for that, and people will be like, oh man, that's a sick thing you're doing. I'm all over it.
Yeah.
And with No Man's Sky, I feel like you can watch any YouTuber and never be bored with it.
Right.
For instance, Minecraft, it's been sucked dry to the bone.
Oh God, so much.
It had a good run.
It did, absolutely. 10 out of 10. I can't play Minecraft today. I played a lot of it, and I saw a lot of it. I can't do it anymore, but I also can't bring myself to insult Minecraft because it knew what it was, and it still does it very well. 10 out of 10, good job Minecraft, but I'm also not gonna play.
Right.
It was never my thing, and honestly, I was concerned for a long time that No Man's Sky was just gonna be, here's a really pretty Minecraft. I was like, oh no, I don't want it. But once I start reading more about it, and Sean Murray got to really explaining what it was, I felt better. Also,
the Gospel of Sean.
I don't understand why people would see it as a Minecraft reference.
Yeah, sidebar. Have you noticed that when you say Sean Murray, you have to say Sean Murray? You can't just say
it's not Sean. It's not Sean. It's Sean Murray.
You've got to say Sean Murray.
Out of respect for the Gospel of Sean Murray. Come on, guys.
Any concerns that I had that it was just going to be Minecraft went away very quickly.
I can see how only hearing about the game in small spurts early on, you could get that impression. But personally, what really the deciding factor for me was that you don't have to craft, and I'm not opposed to craft. I'm not against crafting or anything, but I don't like in a game like No Man's Sky where there's a very linear progression path. It's like, okay, this is what you have to be doing to progress, and that was a big thing for me in No Man's Sky. It's like I can get better however I want, and better really only means more efficiently doing the things I want to do.
Right.
Minecraft.
Earlier, we had a guy on the show. He was talking about the soundtracks for the game, and he was collecting music for that. Can we just pipe in our own music from our computer? Because I like to just be cruising through the galaxy listening to Fetty Wap.
I'm pretty sure you could turn the.
Really?
I'm pretty sure most PC games you could turn off the music or turn it all the way down.
Fetty Wap.
Yeah, I mean, you can just turn the music
Yeah.
off.
Why
in No
would
Man's
you want
Sky
to,
and
man? It's
play it.
procedural music.
Yeah, like
65
I'm so excited to hear what 65.
You're probably
is.
hearing something no one else has heard before.
Right.
It's part of the. It's part of
I
the
mean, who
immersion.
doesn't want to go to the Waka Flocka Flame home world, though?
Don't, please.
I feel like a way to explain this game to someone who's new to it. Don't explain it like one game. Explain it like multiple games in one.
Yeah, and your ship is just your transit between games.
Exactly.
Exactly, Cam. I agree with you.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Yeah,
I'll
it
mark
really
it.
bothered me. You'd be online and you see people complaining about No Man's Sky. You don't do anything. There's no
What do you
objectives.
do in No Man's Sky?
I'm sorry that there's not a checkpoint and we have to capture the flag. It's an exploration game. The idea is to look around and learn more about the universe and leave your mark. If you want to mine.
When I first
It's
started
really
heard
what
about
are
the
you
game, people were saying, what do you do? But what do you do? And I kept, before I really knew, I kept saying, who cares? You get a spaceship and you could leave the planet.
Exactly. Like, is that
Do
not
it.
enough?
Yeah.
I'm already sold. Like,
It's amazing how someone can make an entire universe with 18 quintillion possibilities over that,
Yeah.
and we still have something to complain about.
Right.
Oh, I just want to be able to complete the objectives.
If they stripped everything from No Man's Sky and it was just like a small little like one-man game, it's like you have your ship and you just fly from planet to planet and there's nothing else, I would still buy that game. Like,
Me too.
Without
Me
any of the depth they've added into this universe, that's still an amazing game to me.
Right. How much fun have you guys had with Just Cause and just doing whatever
Oh
there
my
is
god,
to do?
I haven't played Just Cause 3.
I haven't touched
but
it
my
yet. Yeah.
life was sunk into Just Cause 2.
Right. I mean, like you do the first couple of missions just so you can do whatever you want. After that, I don't do anything at all what they want me to do. I just go around
Just
do
go
random
blow stuff up. Go
Yeah.
hook your car to a skyscraper and crash into a helicopter.
Yeah. Crash planes, fly them, just go visit the little island of Lost.
Oh yeah, I love all the Easter eggs in that game.
Yeah.
Just, side note, Just Cause 2 fanboy, love it.
And those are the classic open world games where you have this big open area. But with No Man's Sky, I feel like this is a whole new realm for gaming.
Absolutely. There's
Yeah.
no comparable game in my opinion. Like there's other space exploration games like Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous and things, but like those are more combat focused. And like Elite Dangerous, I've played quite a bit of it. It's like it's a hardcore space simulation. It doesn't really lend itself to like I just want to sit up and go for an hour and just see some things I've never seen before.
Right. Yeah.
No Man's Sky is completely uncharted waters in the gaming industry right now.
Yeah.
If No Man's Sky said that you could only explore this galaxy with 12 planets and you could go wherever you wanted, that to me would be worth $60.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're telling me there's a incalculable amount of systems that you can go to and everything you can do whatever you want there. That to me is worth more than $60.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
And as long as I have this game, I don't need to go to real space. This is my space.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Exactly. This is it's a living universe in this game. There's as much to explore here, like, as you could ever want to see in real space.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the allure for me personally, just because it scares me, honestly, because every game that has come out prior to this, I feel like, to a certain degree, you kind of know what you're getting. You can see gameplay, you're like, oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there one day. I'm going to be at that spot in that part of that game or that trailer. I'm never going to be in those spots that I saw in these trailers. And
You're never gonna have to
that
suffer through
honestly
the spot.
scares me because I've never been so taken back by a game before.
Right.
As far as its scale. and what I'm
There's
going to be
not
able
going
to
to
do in
be
this
any
game.
walkthroughs. You're not going to be able to go
Yeah,
to
like-
YouTube. You're stuck on a planet, so what do I have to do? There's no walkthrough that you can watch because everybody's experience is going to be different.
It's not, you won't be
Yeah.
able to like YouTube the planet you're on and find all the secrets. You know, it's like there's real exploration. Like it's not like exploration in other games where it's a pre-made map that someone meticulously scattered secrets throughout. You know, you're exploring something that the people who made the game don't know what's there. Like you're the only person who knows these things.
I'm gonna add
Yeah.
one more caller to here real quick, and then we're probably gonna wrap it up.
All right. Alex Quayle. I'm
Oh,
Quayle.
no, don't say last names.
Oh, sorry.
Come
That's
on,
all right.
man.
I failed you, Alex.
Someone's going to find him and murder him.
Wow.
Oh man, I hope not.
Alex, run! Get
I
out
like
of
to
here,
think
buddy.
the company you keep Cobra are fairly nice
Sorry,
people
Alex.
here.
The universe is pretty big, Alex. You can hide. You'll be
How
fine.
How you doing, Alex, buddy?
Oh, God.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing
So
really good, man.
confused.
Doing really good. What brings you on
Awesome.
tonight?
Wait, what was it?
What brings you on tonight?
Oh, I just wanted to like say how grateful I am for like being here tonight. I've been a subscriber to you for a few months, and I really like your videos.
On the
Oh,
top.
he just came in to give
Yeah,
me
he
a
just-
compliment. That's
yeah,
really
like
nice.
you know, that's really nice. On the
Hey, dude,
top,
like
since
your
we're
stuff.
here,
Sorry,
yo,
my mic
Cobra,
cut out.
10 out of 10 with your content, man. I love you. You have the best No Man's Sky videos on YouTube.
Thanks, dude.
You know?
I appreciate that. Really
Hey,
do. Means a
Full
lot.
disclosure.
Hey,
I'm
man,
gonna
if that's all you wanted to
completely
say.
honest. It's like I look around for a lot of No Man's Sky content, and I don't necessarily like, oh, here's the one person I like more than another. But then I met Cobra here, and I was like, hey, he asked me and KJ to be on the show. He was like, oh, I love Cobra. He's like,
Yeah,
the
no,
best
absolutely.
stuff.
Like we were talking. Okay, like we were talking. He was like, yeah, some guy. He messaged me. He was like, hey, I really liked your No Man's Sky video. I want you guys on my podcast. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like I didn't even care. It's like, oh, it's no big deal. But he's like, I was like, who is it? And he's like, oh, it's some No Man's Sky guy. I was like, is it Cobra? Is it Cobra TV?
You know, and once because the KJ is the measuring stick for me. If there's something that he enjoys and it's a big deal, I'll check it out. So I decided to just go ahead and just binge watch a lot of Cobra stuff, and it really is the most comprehensive collection of No Man's Sky info that's second only to Sean Murray himself.
Oh, thanks, dude.
It's the
the
biggest.
prophet of Sean Murray in the flesh, Cobra TV.
Thanks,
I'm really
guys.
pushing the gospel of Sean.
Yeah.
I got pamphlets. I go door to
So,
door.
so Alex, since we got you here, did you bring your offering to Cobra?
Yeah, did you bring your offering?
Tribute?
Gospel of Sean. We're gonna pass around the collections plate.
The victims of Unicron from the galaxy.
Say that again. I can't hear you that well, buddy.
I bring you all of Unicron's victims.
I only take used Sentinel parts.
Yeah, I don't want to associate with Unicron personally, just in case. You know, I've learned to not trust him.
I mean, if
watched
you've
him-
got a hyperdrive, I'll take that.
Yes, same.
Yeah, have my hyperdrive. I can't guarantee it won't blow up though.
Okay,
No.
suddenly, you know what, Alex? It's you started off, you were like, yeah, thanks, Cobra, and now you're just trying to kill people.
I don't think you're showing the proper respect for what we're doing here, buddy. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
The warranty's expired and everything. It doesn't
Yeah,
work in
you
the
know.
cold.
This is kind of off topic, but I was thinking, is anyone else scared about the leak footage, anything being leaked or anything about that? Because I saw Cobra's video and it got me scared.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I don't wanna
necessarily
see
scared, but
Um,
I'm actively going to avoid it.
Same.
yeah, honestly, if you see like an opening sequence, I think you're kind of gonna know. So I just click off of it before we get
Yeah,
too far into it. I'm sure we're all pretty much expecting something a little trippy. So if you see something funky, just cover your eyes.
So, what I'm most concerned about, the first person to get to the center of the universe, he's gonna ruin it for everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever's there,
You
like,
know what?
Sir, welcome to the internet.
If we were talking about a traditional gaming community, I would absolutely agree with you. But the kind of people who are going to be playing No Man's Sky, they seem to me like, let's say Alex gets to the center first, and he's just amazed at what he saw. He's not going to ruin it for everyone else because what he feels he wants you to be able to have too. So he'll shut up about it.
That's absolutely going to be a moment.
The first person that gets to the center and uploads it and say, "Ha, I'm the first," that's going to be one of the most disliked No Man's Sky videos ever.
Right? Like, what do you mean?
I feel like
But
that
we
No Man's.
Do you think they deserve the bragging rights though?
I do. Yeah, they deserve it. Yeah.
They deserve to brag about it, but not show anyone else what.
But everyone's gonna hate them for it. We love you, great job, but we hate you.
I don't think.
Good job.
I don't think there's any props that should be given for that because if you make it there first, then that means you just made a beeline to the center. You didn't do anything else that the game had to offer.
Right.
You just wanted to be the first one to get there. So
Right.
congratulations, you're there, but you missed out on the substance of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
I
you can play the
guarantee-
game the way you want, though.
Yeah, I disagree with that because that's how that person wanted to play the game, and there's no right
Exactly,
way to play the
yes.
game.
Right.
So if their goal in dropping their $60 was I want to get to the center of the universe, and that's all they did, then they got their money's worth.
Honestly, I think they will have an extremely hard time doing that, seeing as the planets get progressively more difficult. I think you're supposed to grow in some fashion on
Well,
the way
I'm sure
there.
they will. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, because I think if you're just traveling there in like a pod or the first ship, I think you might have quite a difficult time getting there.
no, they're
I
gonna
think
have to
this is the-
upgrade. I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
I think this is like the most anti-speedrun game
Yes.
of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't speed run the universe. Sorry.
Right.
No
But
Man's
the
Sky
people-
speed run 23 days.
They said the center's close to 100 hours away, but I think that some people are just they're not going to explore. They're going to mine when they need to. They're going to trade their ship in when they need to. They're going to upgrade only when they need to, and they're just going to keep going.
And a small issue I have, and it's there was a video with I want to say it was one of the most recent IGN first videos. In the galaxy map, there's like a tiny translucent trail from planet to planet that's like your quickest route to the center of the universe. I don't really want that to be there. I don't want to
I'm
be
sure
told
you can
how
turn that
quick
off in the options.
I can get
that
there.
has to be a thing.
And it's such a small thing. It's literally just a line. It's not gonna make or break my experience at all. But it kind of removes a degree of mystery from me because I'm now looking at all of these tiny blips that are their own self-contained systems. But these few systems are connected, and that's the fastest way that I can get to the center. Whereas without that being there, I'd have to say, okay, I have no clue. I have no way. I don't feel like I'm mapping my own path with that there. But again, it's literally just a transparent line. It's not making or breaking the game for me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to be able to turn that trail off. That's got to be in the options menu. That you don't need that.
I have mixed feelings about that. It kind of just seems, I wouldn't say pointless, but I feel like I want to map my own, like he said, I feel like I want to map my own journey.
And it doesn't matter. Ultimately, in the long run, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can choose to ignore it and map your own as much as you'd like, but in knowing that it's there, at some point I feel like I'm gonna go, well, I could go to this planet, but it's on that trail that I've been trying to actively avoid, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely there because it already is going to take an extremely long time to get there, so I think giving the path of least resistance is cool, and you can stray away from that at any time. So I mean, for me personally, I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. But when you're wandering through that many stars, I'm sure it can be easy to get lost. So turning that off might, I mean, me personally, would be kind of scary.
Right.
Me being
Yeah,
lost
and I can
without
see
many
the
stars.
pros of it being there. I can see why some people want it there, and I can understand from a developer standpoint why they would implement it. So, like I said, if it is there at launch and you can't turn it off, I'm not gonna knock a point off my 10 out of 10 rating for the game or anything. Yeah. It's just something in the back of my mind. I'm gonna go, oh man, I gotta go check my star trail.
Yeah, so you've already given this game a 10 out of 10 in your opinion.
Yes, absolutely. I would have given this game a 10 out of 10 even if they stripped out all of the core mechanics of the game and you just told me that I could explore procedurally generated space.
And see, that's another thing.
already
People
the
think they want me to review the game. I'm not going to. I've already reviewed it. It's 10 out of 10 for me personally. Right?
It's not possible to review this game after launch. I think,
but I'm not going to give it a rating based on how fun it is to play. I'm just going to play it. You know,
exactly.
I'm not some game reviewer. I'm just a big No Man's Sky fan. I'm just going to play the game. I'm not going to review it.
It doesn't really lend itself to being reviewed because my experience isn't going to be your experience. So I can say, oh, this was the greatest game, but then you get on the planet that's just shrimp. You're not going
to... Exactly.
Just shrimp.
You know, I was thinking about that. We were talking about that in the last subcast. Like people's Let's Plays, when they play the game, how somebody might have like the luck of having really exciting gameplay, while the other person's trying to have exciting gameplay, but the planets he goes to are duds. His discoveries are not that exciting. You know what I mean? It's like, how varied are they going to be? Like, this guy's game sucks. This guy's game is awesome.
Yeah, someone's going to get the best copy of the game, and someone's going to get the worst copy of the game.
But how do you find best and worst though? Because I get on the planet and I get to find 3 creatures, and I get to name those, and I got the mining stuff that I needed to get more fuel or whatever. Then that's a win for me. Just because I didn't see the dinosaur from orbit before I landed on the planet doesn't mean it was a bad planet.
I'm just hoping the procedural generation will take care of that. I'm sure they'll have, as the words used before, like they'll kind of salt and pepper, terrible planets and beautiful ones. I'm sure we'll see really awesome stuff along the way.
It's all with personal opinion. You can't, like, one person could say that this planet is amazing. One person could say this planet is very dull. In their
opinion.
Yeah.
Unless you find nothing but like barren desert planets, I'm pretty sure anyone who's going to pick up the game is going to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. And like what Cam just said, you know, I personally can't wait to find the barren planets rather than the lush garden planets. So someone might not like the barren planets, but I'm definitely going to.
What I want to find is this very barren planet with almost Mars-like, and I dig down, and all of a sudden I find this massive cave system.
Yes.
With these amazing, almost fish-like blind fish, and then just crazy crystals and stuff. That's what I want to find.
Yeah.
It's like, if someone was here before, they wouldn't have noticed that.
Right.
Yeah.
That
I'm sure there's going to be a few variations of that. Yeah.
I'm scared of what the creatures in this game will start to look like.
Rancor just comes out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Fights them off.
What am I really getting myself into? Like, right now, it's like we're young. You know, we're young and we're naive and we haven't touched the universe yet. But it's going to happen to all of us at some point. We're going to be just going on our adventures and we're going to land on a planet and we're just going to get destroyed by like some monstrous creature there. And
well, not even a monstrous creature. Maybe you just hop out of your ship and the oxygen's just not for you. Or there's going to be any number of things that could just obliterate you.
We're going to need to learn to be careful. You know, and I really like that. Like, as you start out, it's like, oh, things are pretty, you know, they're not easy, but you know what to do and you know how you can get through it all. But as you progress, you're gonna reach a point where it's just like, this is really difficult. This is a difficult planet for me to actually progress on.
Right.
Okay, guys, I think I gotta go.
Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Cam, do you got any shout-outs you want to say before you get off of here?
Not really.
Okay.
Wait,
wow,
I don't
Cam,
shout me out, Cam.
Shout out, Cam. Like, wow.
I mean, I could shout out to my clan. It's a League of Logistics.
Awesome.
On Explore No Man NMS.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
See, that's the second Federation thing we've seen tonight. Okay, he's trying to get him an army together too.
No, we're all about learning about the languages. We're all about exploring and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because we don't do a lot of even in our how we explain ourselves. We're not really doing any RPs, and we're not really doing anything to hurt the planets. We're learning the languages and exploring and sharing that.
Awesome.
Nice.
I really like some of the factions, like player-made factions I've seen before the game's even out. I really like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, Cam, man, it's been a pleasure to have you on. I really do appreciate you coming on.
See you guys.
Okay, bye,
See you,
bro.
Cam.
See you, Cam.
All right, Alex, you got any shout outs, bro?
Actually, I don't. But I actually have to go too. But I just wanted to say, it's a pleasure for you having me on, and I hope you have a great night tonight.
Thank you, bro. Pleasure was all mine.
Alex is such a nice guy.
Yeah, it was nice having you, Alex. Run, hide.
Oh, don't be mean, Alex.
They're coming for you.
Chelsea,
Oh, no.
any shout outs or
Yeah.
any links or anything you want to plug?
Shout out to like everyone here, and shout out to myself. Shout out to my Twitch channel, Stellar Saturn.
Stellar Saturn.
Saturn's my favorite planet, so.
Nice.
I'm gonna add Chelsea so I can get all her information and her links and everything. I want to follow your channel and I'll check you out on Twitch.
Thank you.
All right, Ian, got any shout outs or any plugs?
Really, just thank you for letting me come on, pick your brain a little bit without the surgery. But no, I've been waiting to get on here for weeks and, have a conversation with you guys. It's been a load of fun. It's a great thing to do after work. Thanks so much.
All right, buddy. And Patrick, shout outs and links.
Hey, shout out to Chelsea, who just accepted me on Skype. Links, you can follow us. I'm not gonna give you my Twitter. I hate Twitter. My YouTube channel, Impartial Third Party. We talked about No Man's Sky once, just the once. We'll probably do it again after this because there seems to be an audience for it, and you guys like us. You really like us.
Hey, Chelsea, can you? I'm sorry, dude. I'm really.
No.
Can you link your Twitch and the Skype, and I'll put it in the.
Oh yeah, let me link my Instagram too.
Okay, I'm an Instagram guy. Okay, I'll do that. That's fine. My wife and I traditionally do like Let's Watch, and we'll just like watch like Power Rangers or something. But KJ and I are probably gonna do no more No Man's Sky stuff as we get closer to release. No Man's Sky stuff. So shout out to everybody who was here. Hey, Cobra, thanks for having us, man. It was really cool. I'll come back, man. I had a good time. I'll come back.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd like to have you back, dude.
Yeah, that's it for me. No more shout outs. I'm good.
All right,
shout out to the Faloop-de-doops. Yeah.
Faloop-de-doop. See you, man. It was nice. Hey, man. I don't have any shout outs. You know what? Shout out to Cobra. Thanks for having me on the show, man. It's pretty fantastic. I always like doing podcasts. I'm a podcast kind of guy. I don't have my own, but I like to piggyback on other people's podcasts. I'm gonna plug my empty channel. There's nothing there right now, but expect things to be there as soon as No Man's Sky releases. I'm gonna probably pump out a steady stream of No Man's Sky content because I'm going to be playing the game religiously. There's my empty channel link.
Oh yeah, and I should mention I don't have anything on my Twitch as well because I'm waiting till I get my new computer because I can't run like anything right now.
I understand, Chelsea. I understand your plight. So it's been swell, guys. Cobra, again, thanks for having me on. We talked to some really cool people today.
Yeah, we sure did.
Well,
and it's been a pleasure of mine to have you guys, have both of you on too.
Thank you.
Can we get a link to my YouTube channel in the chat here for shameless self-promotion?
Yes. Let me try I'm trying to find everybody's links here.
Hey, dude, I got you. I'll send it to you on Skype.
Awesome.
I'm glad your self-promotion is shameless.
Yeah,
right.
It's shameless.
See you, Twitch.
Here is Patrick's.
Yeah, so hey, follow me. We're good people.
All right, guys, it's been fun. Thank you so much for coming, Chelsea. Thank you so much for coming back. And Patrick, it's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine, sir.
And Ian,
and Chelsea's.
You still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, bud. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right.
You guys are great.
You are too. All right. I'll see you, everybody. Thank you so much.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Take care.
All right. So good show tonight. Very energetic. Probably one of my most energetic ones so far. Ever since Joseph Stalin was on the show here. And I thank you so much for coming out. Really do. Really appreciate the support. But don't spread it around too much. I don't want the group. I don't want to get in too big. Not like this small little 30, 40 people watching. Otherwise, I would live stream on YouTube, which I really don't want to do that. Okay, guys, I'm going to go to sleep. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, until next time.